Let's get it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, right from the top. You guys see the title, you see the thumbnail, and you know what we're getting into. A classic start bench cut. Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry, and Jalen Brunson. Now, fellas, I wanna set some context to this. We are talking about for a playoff run. You got to make a playoff run, and these are the three guys that you got. Now, obviously, we know Anthony Edwards has went to back-to-back Western Conference Finals. We know Jalen Brunson has made two good playoff runs the last 2 years, including an Eastern Conference Finals run this year. And we got Steph Curry, who hasn't really been deep in the playoffs in a while, but we know who Steph is, and we know how he gets down in the playoffs.
Do we know who he is, Ron, or do we know who he was? That's the difference.
Is he not? He's not him anymore?
I'm not sure. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just not sure. But keep going.
Are we doing the Steph is washed thing again?
I don't know if he's washed. Let's kill that logic right now, Penn, because we're not doing that. We're not saying that he's washed, but we also can't sit here and tell we after seeing what we've seen from Steph Curry, we also can't sit here and say that Curry is who he used to be consistently. He's not that. That's just not fair to say anything like that. But Ron, as you were saying, I don't want to interrupt your introduction.
Oh no, chill. The table is set. Ant-Man, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson. Who do you guys want for a playoff series? Well, a playoff run. Essentially, a playoff series. Yeah, it could be a playoff series if you choose the wrong person.
So the first thing I was thinking about is, does your game translate deep into the playoffs? Is there something that we could do to box you up at some point? And if there is, can you counter that? Then I'm thinking about health. I'm thinking about your game. I'm thinking about how your game translates to the playoffs. So we got the clutch player of the year in Jalen Brunson, who in the playoffs, his game clearly translates. But he's also a heliocentric guy who needs the ball in his hands. And I think we're going to see a different Jalen Brunson this season with the Knicks, off the strength that Mike Brown's going to change the offense. So I'm going to look at what he looks like playing off the ball. We saw Anthony Edwards get completely boxed up in that playoff series against Oklahoma City. I'm thinking, can your game translate throughout any other team? Like as much as we talk about Alex Caruso boxing up Joker, I mean, Joker did have 40-15 games in that series. So let's not make it sound like, Joker was completely shut down in that series, because he wasn't, right? He did have 40-15 games, right? I think that Curry, we're in a space now where what Curry used to be able to do, we expect him to still be able to do that at that level. And I don't think he can do it on a consistent basis at that level anymore. So if I'm starting somebody, I'm going to start Brunson. I'm going to cut. I'm going to bench Curry, and I'm going to cut Anthony Edwards.
Cutting Ant. Okay. Mars.
Big fella, I ain't see you coming. My fault. I ain't see big fella coming to practice. He slipped in. We already started drills, and he slipped in behind me. I ain't seeing him. What up, big fella?
What's going on, y'all?
You gonna slip your ass on that line if you keep doing this. But Mars.
That's what I'm here for.
Start bench cut for a playoff series or playoff run. How are you feeling with these three?
Start Steph, bench, and cut Brunson.
So why, Moss?
Why what? Which one? Or all of them?
All of them. Why are you starting Curry?
I still think he's the best offensive player of the group. I think the floor he provides you offensively on a team scale is the highest. I think he's the most malleable offensively in terms of the on-ball, off-ball stuff. I think the way in which teams have to guard him is unique. And I like my chances with Steph Curry offensively in the playoffs. And the hesitation I had with Steph was that he got hurt in last year's postseason. So is he just at the age where you just can't rely on him to get through the whole postseason healthy? That was my hesitation. But in terms of just if they're out there playing, who do I want the most is Steph. I just think he's the most adaptable. He's seen the most defenses. That comes from the experience aspect of it, I guess. And then also, I think he was just amazing in the playoffs this year against the Houston defense that was one of the best equipped to, in theory, slow him down. He was a huge difference in that series. The Warriors offense was abysmal when he was off the floor, and it was actually quite good when he was on the floor. I think that's a constant trend of Steph Curry's career. And then benching Ant, because I think just the game planning you have to do with him is something that is different from a Jalen Brunson who has the ball a whole lot and is better off the ball than Jalen Brunson is. And then obviously having that superpower of that first step, being able to get to the rim whenever you want. Brunson doesn't have that. His game is based on craft and being able to create angles to get to floaters and stuff like that, which is valuable. Jalen Brunson, one of the best playoff scorers in the NBA. But when I'm looking at a player that I want in the playoffs, I want someone who has that ability to either shoot the three at a level that breaks defenses, Steph Curry, or a player who's able to get to the rim at a level that breaks defenses, Anthony Edwards. You look at how the Lakers defended, and a lot of the reason why they were able to win that series in 5 games was because of the way they had to go out. Their game plan defensively was about trying to take away Ant's angles. Like they were already playing from a deficit just from matching up to try and stop him. Now, they weren't a very good defense, so you can look at it and be like, well, they have to do that because they're a bad defense. But then I look at the Warriors series where Ant wasn't as good, but the Warriors adjusted their game plan to the complete opposite. They were like, he's a 40% three-point shooter. Let's play up on the three, and we're going to concede drives. Like, it was the complete opposite effect. And it was another series in which the Timberwolves offense wasn't too bad, especially once you got further in the series. So having to completely change your approach based on the series is important. And I don't think he got boxed up by OKC. I think OKC is another defense that geared up to stop him, and he made the right decision more often than not. And Minnesota's offense probably was the most successful against OKC that any team was. Their defense just sucked against OKC. Now, is that on Ant? Maybe, maybe not. Is that on Chris Finch's coaching? Maybe, maybe not. But their offense was fine. There was games where they were putting up point totals that no one is putting up against OKC. And that's in large part with the way that OKC loads it up to Anthony Edwards and what he was able to do out of that. And then also Jalen Brunson defensively is by far the worst of the three. And at a point where I don't know how viable a major defensive liability is, especially when you have to cater around them offensively the way you do with Brunson, because of the heliocentrism, because of the ball dominance, which goes hand in hand. And he's not the greatest decision maker, playmaker. And he also doesn't put the defense under pressure in the same areas that I deem more valuable. So although I think he's amazing, one of the 15 best players in the league, I don't know. Of these three, I think he's just falls a bit behind in terms of who I'd want in a playoff setting.
Penn, if you don't mind me countering that really quickly. So, Mars, you talked about the off-ball stuff. I think one of the major problems with Minnesota and Anthony Edwards in particular was the off-ball. So Anthony Edwards is one of those guys who, when he's asking for the basketball, that's why Alex Caruso was chasing him out to the half-court line. He's chasing him 30 feet away from the basket because he wasn't playing off-ball as well. So those angles that you were talking about him looking for, those weren't there. And I think that was constructed because of the offense. And that's largely due to Anthony Edwards being able to play with the ball. So he doesn't know how to play with the doesn't know how to play off the basketball as a two-guard should. I think that's one of the things that he's going to improve on this season. So that's the thing that I worry about. Jalen Brunson, on the other hand, who is the lead guard, who's going to have the ball in his hands. And I can appreciate your logic of him not being able to play off the basketball as well as Anthony Edwards. Well, that's not my job. I'm the lead guard. I always have the ball in my hands. And with me having the ball in my hands, our offense is a lot more effective with me playing off the pick and roll, playing off the pick and dive when I play with Cat, me getting downhill. In terms of me being as crafty as you say, me getting to the rim and being able to score at a high rate. That's the stuff that I'm not concerned with. The stuff that you talked about with Steph Curry, that's why I said the consistency. And the consistency is him being able to hold up. I don't think that it had anything to do with his game. I think that physically, I don't think that he would be able to hold up. And it was proven in the playoffs when he broke down because of the hamstring issue. That's my big that was my biggest problem when it came to Anthony Edwards. But Penn, as you were about to say.
I mean, I got almost the same list as Mars, but I'm starting Ant. And that's because we're talking in the summer of 2025 going into 2026. Now I got to factor in, where's Anthony Edwards? What has he shown me? He's shown me an ability to get better, and he's shown me that he's a playoff riser. I'm not going to hold necessarily the series against OKC against him. So I'm going to start him. I'm going to bench Steph, and I'm going to cut Brunson. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I think Anthony Edwards is just a really special scorer. I think he's a much better defender than Brunson, and obviously I think he's a better defender than Steph as well. So I'll get two-way impact and I'm getting high volume 3-point shooting, and I'm getting straight up dog, deep runs in the playoffs, back-to-back years, only 23, going on 24, and I got a proven track record of getting better every year.
Pen, can I counter that with what's going on in Golden State, where I put players around Steph Curry, because Steph Curry isn't the defender in terms of effort like he used to be because he's older. So am I able to put guys around him to protect him? And I still can get some effort from him.
Chill, he's never been better than Anthony Edwards. There's no version of Steph Curry that's a better defender than Anthony Edwards.
That's not what I'm arguing. What I am saying is that I put people around him to protect him, just like I do with Jalen Brunson in New York, where I put Mikal Bridges around him, where I put OG Anunoby around him, where I put Josh, not necessarily Josh Hart. I'm not going to say Josh Hart because he's more of an effort defender than he is a defender at all. But I put guys around him to protect him, to supplement some of the defense. As bad as he is as a defender, to supplement some of the defense, and I can make up for a lot of that on offense, where my offense can be a better part of my defense.
Here's the thing. What I watched Brunson and Cat go through last year, that shows me you can't have two negative defenders on the court. So if we're putting a lineup around these three dudes, and it's like four really good defenders, I maybe have to rethink what I'm talking about.
Sure.
But if we're just talking about the teams they got right now, give me Ant. If we're talking about a team of four neutral players who are average defenders, give me Ant. Like, that's where I'm at.
Big Ox, how you feeling about this?
I've been going back and forth a lot, just trying to figure it out who exactly I want. And then, I know who I'm starting easy. Steph Curry is definitely starting. And that's because Steph, out of all of them, knows how to play basketball all the time. So I know Steph knows the right thing to do in certain situations, and plus he can still shoot the piss out the ball. Now this is where I had a hard time. And
is he still the most dangerous guy today? Is he still, in your estimation, is he still the most dangerous guy when he steps on the floor today?
Yeah, Chuck, he's the best shooter still in the NBA. And it's deadly. He heats up. And I know Ant stepped his 3-point shooting up, but he'll never. Somebody said, who was that said he's a better shooter than Steph? Oh, that was classy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yes, he's the most dangerous man. So look, this morning it's funny. I jumped on Instagram pretty early, and a brother by the name of Coach Robert Blackwell. He said that we have an issue today with players playing upside down basketball. Steph and what he said that he said because we got a lot of players that are elite at hard things and terrible at easy things. You know what I'm saying? We got kids that can hezzy, step back, bam, in their sleep like it's nothing. But they can't back cut for shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to find open spots. They don't know how to do none of that. That's never a problem for Steph Curry. Steph Curry don't play upside down basketball. Steph Curry's playing good ball all the time. So I'm going with Steph Curry easy. He's still the most dangerous man on the basketball court, chill. Where I surprised myself is cutting in. That's where I surprised myself. I wasn't expecting me to do that. But Jalen Brunson could go band for band with anybody. And Ant's a better defender for sure. But I had to ask myself, like, is Ant's defense going to carry us through a series? And I don't think it is. And I do believe that Jalen Brunson, like Ant will get hot and torch you, but Jalen can warm himself up. Like Jalen can walk himself into it. Jalen's gonna get his, and so I'm gonna go with that. Right now I'm gonna value his scoring ability over Ant's defense. And Jalen, like I said, remember I think it was 23 chill when Jalen Brunson convinced me he can go band for band with any and everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and start Steph, bench Jalen, and cut Ant.
Can Jalen Brunson's defense cost you a series?
And so Penn, I had to. No, you know what? I think Jalen Brunson's a terrible defender. But to y'all point, like him and Cat was an issue. And so when you said, is it this guy on their own teams, or I'm just thinking about who do I choose to carry? Like I'm not thinking of Ant. I mean not Ant. I'm not thinking of JB with Cat. Right. I think if it wasn't Cat down there, I think JB's defense wouldn't look as atrocious. but it looks it's bad already. It's terrible already, but it's just compounded with the fact that he has another big over there that's not as much as well of a defender as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut Ant.
Remember, we talked about Charles Barkley, as bad as Barkley is as a defender, but there were times when Barkley would come up with a defensive play where it was huge in the game, right? Where as bad as Barkley was as a defender, he'd block a shot at the rim in the meat and potatoes of the game. He'd come up with a steal, something like that. When I think about Brunson, I think that's who he is. He's that kind of defender where throughout the course of the game, you're not going to get much from him on the defensive end. But you know what you will get? You'll get a charge. You'll get a steal at some point in the game. And if I can get other guys around him to supplement a lot of that, there's a reason why, they got deep into the playoffs, is because, one, they were one of the better rebounding teams in the game. And you guys know how I feel about rebounding when you're getting stops, right? If I got enough guys around him to protect him, and I got enough guys around him to make up for a lot of that stuff, then we got a shot at the end, because he's proven that when we get into the meat and potatoes of games, I'll close the game out. I will end the game. And this isn't against just good defenders. This is against the best defenders in the game. I will end the game. I will throw the unit on my back the last 4 minutes of the game. The buckets that are necessary for us to get, I will get that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge fan of guys who chase the ball, because when you chase the ball, you're attracting more of the defense to the ball, right? And that's not conducive to having a good offense. I'm not a huge fan of that, but as the lead guard in terms of Brunson, when we're in a playoff series and when we get into the meat and potatoes of games, and I need buckets late in games, not necessarily a guy that's a distributor, but buckets late in games, I mean, Brunson has proven that he can do that. Can't hear you, Ron.
What was your order again, Chill?
I started Brunson. I started Brunson. I benched Curry, and I cut Ant.
Okay. So ironically, Steph was the only person to not get cut. So I think we're all on the same page where it's like, it's no way that we rocking without Steph.
It's just the consistency, Ron. I mean, he clearly still got the goods. It's just, can he consistently do it, especially at the age that he at right now, right? So, I mean, to Mars's point, when they were playing against Houston, he was fantastic against them, but you could see it weighing on him as the series went on. And then same thing, and I think that ended up carrying over to Minnesota, where he ended up just running out of gas and the hamstring ended up going. It was something that he was already dealing with throughout the course of the season anyway. So I don't think his game was in question. I think it was more him being able to hold up and him being consistent. If he could be consistent, if this was 2 or 3 years ago, I'm 100% starting Curry, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, if Steph doesn't get hurt, which obviously is an if, I'm almost positive everybody would have started him without a question. I mean, keep in mind, in the first series against the Rockets, that's the top 3 defense in the NBA. He gave him hell. Like, yeah, he had a couple games where it's like, damn, Steph, he had the 17-point game followed by the 13-point game. But don't forget, before that 17-point game, he had 36. After the 13-point game, he had 29. In the closeout game, he had 22, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Like, Steph balled out in that series. Started the series with 31 points. Steph did his thing in that series. And then you go to the Wolves series. Game 1, he only plays 12 minutes. It has 13 points in that first 12 minutes. We all seen what that was about to be.
Yeah.
And that's against Ant. That was about to get real for them.
Well, Ron, before that series, before the series started, I was very hesitant to pick Minnesota off the strength that Golden State got Curry. That was it. No other reason. I felt like Minnesota I felt like Minnesota had a better team than Golden State. I mean, the fact that they added Jimmy Butler to the roster, that didn't really move me as much as they got Curry. That's all I was thinking about. I was like, they got Curry. And I watched them throughout the course of the season. And I watched when they got late in games. And Mars and I have gone back and forth about this. My best player against your best player. And I watched Curry outplay Anthony Edwards late in games numerous times. And I'm thinking to myself, we're now in a playoff setting. And if what us being in a playoff setting, even though Curry has shown me this countless times, why am I not going to think that he's not going to do it again in the playoffs? Even though Anthony Edwards has gotten better throughout the course of the season and throughout the course of the years, they still got Curry. And Curry has shown me that he can outplay you, not just once or twice. He's shown that. That's why I was hesitant to pick Minnesota.
He's still the most dangerous, Chill. And when you remind me of that game when he did get hurt, I'm telling y'all, and I know y'all not gonna like this. Chill, I know you're gonna hate this, but I'm for the sake of the game, for the sake of basketball, we need to get some type of old man clause in these contracts or something. I'm serious, Ron. For dudes like Steph, Bron, KD, Kawhi, James Harden, anybody over the age of 34 and a half, we need to give you like 20 games PTO.
I thought you was gonna say something like pilots, Ox, where at the age of 60 you got to retire. That's it.
Oh no, because like these dudes aren't retiring because they can't play no more. Like there's dudes that's retired that can still get busy, but they can't do it for 82 games.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like we could get a couple more years out of guys. Melo, D Wade, them dudes could have stuck around a little longer if after. I'm just saying, like Steph Curry getting hurt in the playoffs. Steph Curry getting hurt in the playoffs shows like, bro, if he was healthy. Just saying, I don't know. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. If you over the age of, we'll call it 35 and up club, man, you get like 15, 20 games.
Do we give too much? Do we give too much credit for name recognition?
60. One more time, Pan.
Probably.
Are we giving too much recognition, like too much value to name recognition here? Because, like, again,
you mean
Steph Curry is on the wrong side of 35. He's who you're describing, right? Anthony Edwards is going on 24, and he's gotten better every year. At some point, this leap is gonna happen. If it hasn't already happened, it's gonna happen. And we're not comparing Cole Anthony to Steph Curry. We're comparing a dude who has taken his team deep in the playoffs as a superstar 2 straight years, a guy who's been talked about as the face of the league. You're talking about him versus a 4-time champion and are easily one of the top 10 players of all time. It's really difficult to make an argument for Ant over Steph unless you heard about them yesterday.
Not really. I mean, if you just talk about what's going on right now, like if you think that Ant is better than Steph right now, and you can,
who had a better playoff run?
If you think he's better than Steph right now, and you can lay that out, then it's not really difficult to argue against it. I mean, and to your point, Anthony Edwards is a great basketball player. So it's not. I think name recognition is a thing, but I think we can all accept the fact that Steph isn't who he was years ago. But
sure.
And I'm not. You know what? I'm not even necessarily saying that I think that Ant is better or Steph is better than Ant hands down right now. Ron asked about the playoff series, and in the playoffs, I want Steph Curry. At this point in his career, I still want. Yeah, until I can look at Steph Curry and be like, okay, he's done. Then and I can't do that right now.
2026, 2027 playoffs. You're picking Steph Curry.
26, 27.
That's two playoffs from now.
25, 26 he's talking
this
about.
Is 25, 26 right now.
Sorry, in the 2026 playoffs.
You're asking me
this year.
In July. Yeah, you're asking me in July
2025.
July 25. Yeah, but you're asking me in July 25 who I'd want.
It's April.
I know. In April. You're asking me in July 2025 who I'd want in April, May, and June of 26. I want Steph Curry. I want Steph Curry. Yes.
Penn, I was just thinking if there's a playoff series now. I wasn't. I wasn't projecting a year in the future.
Playoffs ain't happening right now.
Yeah, but I wasn't projecting a year into the future. I don't know the answer.
Well, Ant been busy.
Because if Steph falls off a cliff, then yeah, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
Steph doesn't need to fall off a cliff. How close was it this year? How close was it this year in the playoffs?
Well, that's what I was about to ask you, Penn.
I don't know, reasonably.
You watched Ant in that first round. Let's take the Western Conference semifinals because Curry got hurt and we saw what happened in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, what's worse? What's worse, Chill? Getting hurt or getting clamped up by OKC? What's worse?
Well, I think getting hurt because we don't. The reason why getting hurt is worse because we don't know what you could have done. Getting shut down, we seen it. You were out there the entire time. There were no issues of your health. There were no issues of your mobility. We saw you out there. You got the door shut on you. Those two things are not the same thing. With that being said, Penn, if you look at what Curry did in that first round against Houston and what Anthony Edwards did in that first round against the Lakers, who was having a better playoffs at that point in your estimation?
Say that again.
So the first round just ended. Curry just got finished with Houston. Ant just got finished with the Lakers. Who is having a better playoffs at that point?
I don't know. I don't know who was having a better playoffs at that point. I think Ant was having a better playoffs.
I think it was Curry, to be honest with you.
By a large margin?
No, I think that we're running a race, and Penn, you ran a 9.74, and I ran a 9.72. Or 9.78, something. We're right there. I don't think it was that far off. I just think that as the series wore on, I think it wore Curry down a little bit more. But I also think that against Houston, I thought that he had the know-how to pick the spots, to pick the times where he was going to turn it up, and to conserve energy. And I think that's what propelled them past Houston. And on the other hand, I think he had the benefit of Julius Randle basically making a beeline to LeBron James' ass. And I think that helped him in that playoff series. 100% it did, because we had some series where Ant wasn't shooting the ball particularly well. And I think that he was relying a lot on just being younger, more athletic, and faster, as opposed to Curry being the old dog who recognized that, I'm not as young as I used to be, so I got to pick the spots. I got to pick the times when to turn it up. And I thought that he did a better job at that. And I felt like he produced more when it came to that.
I mean, he put up 24, 6 and 6 against Houston, which was a very good defense. Okay. I could definitely feel that. And Ant put up 27, 6, 27, 8 and 6.
Against OKC?
No, against the Lakers.
What do you do against OKC though?
23, 7 and 5.
Okay.
I mean, look, here's the thing. I don't think Ant shot the ball well. Like, he just didn't shoot the ball well. And there were series and moments where he didn't decide well. Like, he looked like the younger player. He looked like the youngest player here. They blitzed him. He was slow to adjust, but then he would go to the film room with Finchie. He'd come back the next game and he'd make the adjustment, right? I'm not arguing that Steph Curry isn't better off the ball. I'm not arguing that Steph Curry ain't better making decisions. Obviously, he is. He's an all-time great. I'm saying Anthony Edwards getting better. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying he's getting better aggressively, and he is getting better consistently, and he is getting better maybe exponentially. Maybe he takes a jump that we're not expecting, and he comes out next year. We're having a conversation this time next year. Is he the best player in the league? He can do that. He can do that. He's athletic enough to do that. He's a good enough shooter to do that.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, Penn. What improvements this offseason, like what improvements do you think you're going to see from Anthony Edwards next year?
I need him to get obsessed with film study. That's what I need him to get obsessed with. I need him to know, like, I don't expect him to be LeBron or Draymond or Magic Johnson, but I expect him to be way more dialed into the minutia of the game, the fine details. Sometimes it is you get by on athleticism and talent, right? And shit is just too easy. I think it's been very easy for Anthony Edwards to some extent. He's just that strong, that quick, that physical, that talented naturally. Now, can you take the next step, which is you start putting in the work that the Shane Battiers of the world were putting in, where you start getting real specific with your film study and getting real obsessive about it, like Shea. That will be the next step, because if he can start reading coverages better, understanding, defensive situations better, I think he could take even understanding his own situation better. Like shot selection, sometimes it's an issue with him. Sometimes it's not always. I don't think shot selection's ever really been an issue with Steph. So that's what I'm saying. He needs to get.
It has. It 100% has. It's just that those shots that 100%.
There's no bad shots. So there's a shot selection never a problem.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem though. But with what you just said, I to your point, I watched an interview with Tom Brady and Colin Cowherd, and Tom Brady said that film study was his mantra. He said the reason why he was as successful as he was is because he, quote unquote, had the answers to the test. What that suggests to me is I'm doing my homework. You're not. I'm more prepared for this. It's not about being a better athlete. It's not about being able to run fast and jump high or being strong. It's about me doing my homework, knowing what is going to be in front of me and being prepared for it. So he would walk to the line of scrimmage and the 5 eligible receivers. If he saw the coverage, if he saw that coverage that doesn't work, he would change the play. Well, I don't know that if I wasn't watching film. I wouldn't know that if I'm not doing my homework. Well, Anthony Edwards, another prime example. Okay, how am I going to become a better passer? Well, I'm going to become a better passer because I'm sitting down and I'm watching film and I'm seeing when I come off screens, okay, that's where the gap is. That's where I can hit him in the pocket. Or if I'm getting downhill when I got a guy one-on-one and I get past Alex Caruso, there's Jaden McDaniels wide open in the corner, and I'm looking for him because I see it on film as opposed to just showing up. I think that's to Penn's point. I think that's where the improvement comes in. Because if I'm not doing that and I'm just showing up, then I'm not going to improve. I expect Ant this season, in terms of improvement, I expect Ant this season to be more of a playmaker and distributor than he was last year. I think that's where I'm going to see the improvement more than in any other space.
There's a bad brand of playmaking, which is I dribble the basketball a lot and then throw grenades to the corner. You know, I over dominate possessions and then I give you the bailouts. And then there is like the just improvement of basketball offensive process and basketball IQ, which is to say, I don't necessarily even need to average more assists. I'm just a way better connective piece in this puzzle. When I don't have the basketball, I'm a better screener. I'm a better offensive rebounder. I'm better at doing this, you know, the dirty work stuff, you know, and Ant's a good rebounder. That's the thing. I just don't think we've seen anything close to what a complete Anthony Edwards looks like. You know what I mean? Like
when do you think we're going to
see? But that's the problem.
But chill. Typically, we don't see these players. We don't like what do we typically ascribe as a player's prime? Usually 25, 26, 27, somewhere around there, right? It's 23.
24.
Going on 24. 24. He's 24.
Yeah, but still, you know, it seemed like you just like, you know, you're trying to build a perfect Ant, and it's kind of like we gotta.
I'm hoping he built us.
You know, I mean, I know you're helping. I know, but I'm just saying, like when we project, that's just the issue with just projecting is that we assume we know what they're going to get good at just based on watching them play, and it's.
But it's not based on watching them play, Ox. It's like the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Like if I let me give you an example. If I told you that Anthony Edwards is going to come into this season 30 pounds overweight, you believe that? No. I'll have a hard time believing that because he never shown me any situation where he's that lazy. But if I told you,
I wouldn't believe anything.
But if I told you,
nothing you tell me about what Anthony Edwards is going to do next year, I can't believe it until I see.
No. I'm saying if he shows,
why not though, Ox?
Why? How
don't you bet?
Are you saying Penn's not believable?
The reason why
I wouldn't believe Chill. I wouldn't believe Mars. I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe myself. I'm just, you know what I'm saying.
Well, the reason why I'm asking you that. Well, because of what we've seen, like Anthony Edwards' athleticism isn't going to fall off a cliff. So next season, Anthony Edwards is still going to be playing above the rim.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like that, obviously, Chill. Like, yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
we know, Ant gonna catch bodies. Like,
yes. But I was going to tell you, if Zion shows up 30 pounds overweight, you believe that? Like, that's past behavior. Right.
We've seen that already.
That's what I'm saying. Right? So you got to go based on what Anthony Edwards is showing you. He is.
Yes.
I'm not gonna.
He hasn't. Well, I mean, I don't. Maybe you know, and I don't. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen. I don't know how much time Anthony Edwards spends in the film room. You know
but Penn,
I don't know.
What about what he's shown us in the playoffs? Back-to-back years, yes, he's made conference finals runs, and has been for the most part spectacular, but. Every single series that he's went deeper into the playoffs into, he's played worse.
That's cap.
Why is it so? What series did he play better in this playoffs? OKC or the Lakers?
Okay, come on now.
What do you mean? Come on now. You just called it cap, and I just told you the truth. Last year he clearly played worse in the Dallas series than he did first round against KD and Devin Booker.
Okay, this is what I call survivorship bias. It is.
Oh my God!
Hey man, get educated on survivorship bias, man. Educate us, man.
No, it's gross because obviously your first matchup in the playoffs, especially for a higher seed, is typically going to be better than your second matchup.
Or it's going to be worse. The point of this whole thing. Who do you want in a playoff run?
So if he goes from 31. Oh my God.
Who is going to get stronger as the playoffs go on?
Sounds like Ant is less matchup proof.
It's not about
Or
Anthony
that,
West-
Mars.
Okay,
Whose
first of
game is
all-
more versatile to survive against different teams?
Oh, this is crazy.
Why
That's what
is
I
it? Ben, you don't play one team 4 times in the first round, second round, semifinals.
That sounds like
or
a fair
conference
thing
finals,
to
and
say.
then-
If you're saying the opponents get tougher further in the playoffs and he gets worse, that means he's less matchup proof, no?
Well,
That's
what is he
exactly what
getting
it
worse at? And is he getting
It
significantly
depends.
worse? Yes.
Well, last year his struggles were
technically
worse.
he
Last
scored.
year his struggles were different to this year's struggles, so it depends.
Okay, so he scored less. For every round he goes, he scores a little bit less. Each of the last 2 years, that has happened. He
Yep.
went from 31 to 27.7 to 24.6. And then this past year, he went
That's
from
right.
27 to 26 to 23. Okay, cool. I get it. Fatigue is a thing. Progressive load is a thing. Injuries, knickknacks. He plays hard. I guess my counter to this would be it's easier to stay healthier when you don't play defense, Jalen Brunson.
Well,
Didn't Jalen Brunson get hurt
I
last year?
guess. Yeah, I guess.
And
Well,
it's
number
a very
one, Brunson.
physical player.
Okay, I
So
think
is Jalen Brunson.
I think we also disregard. There's a difference between not being able to do something and not being good at it. Like Jalen Brunson plays defense. He's just not good at it. It's not like he's not trying. He just sucks at it. That's the problem. He 100% plays defense.
He's small.
But he's just not very good at it. That's the problem, right? So when it comes to Anthony Edwards, okay, would I be surprised if Anthony Edwards came back this season as a better three-point shooter, even if he's at the same volume, even if he's at the same percentages? Is it ridiculous to think that he could be better? Yes, he could be better. It's not ridiculous to think that because the shot selection may be better. His pull-up three may be better. When he gets those, when he's getting those threes, they may be better.
Mm-hmm.
He became a better three-point shooter last year, and I think a lot of that had to do with volume, like him shooting more, and that's something that he worked on throughout the course of the summer.
He's
That part I'm not going to argue.
ridiculously efficient.
No, 100%.
He's not just chucking up threes. He's very efficient.
Right, but in some instances he was chucking up threes. Let's not act like he wasn't doing that because he was doing that.
Can you chuck
was
up and
going
be
on.
efficient?
No, I mean, you can chuck threes and be efficient.
Chill.
Just 'cause
He shot nearly 40% from three.
Yeah, and there was a time when he
What
was
are we
shooting
doing?
like 40, and there was a time when he was shooting like 43 or 44% from three, and then that
So
kind of fell
because
back.
you're not
And the
peak
reason
Steph
why,
Curry-
That a lot of that is one series. Hey, now we can look in a microscope and see. OKC
No, I'm
did not
talking on the
he
season.
did not shoot good against OKC. Well, we're talking about the playoffs.
okay,
Well,
let's talk
against
about
Give me the
OKC,
historic
against-
defense
against
impacted a
OKC.
player's offense.
against
The best player on his team's
Steph played
offense.
against a historic defense too, didn't he?
that Houston defense was awesome, yo.
He had a men's Thompson draped over him.
Okay.
That Houston
draped
defense was
over him.
awesome. Let's not act like that Houston defense was just good. That Houston defense was awesome.
Like historic,
Bigger
maybe not,
guys.
but he played against a very good defense.
Let me condense your
Elite
entire
defense.
argument. Let me condense your entire argument into one sentence. Steph is better at being Steph than Anthony Edwards is at being Steph.
Well,
Basically, that's what you're telling me. You're defining
No.
greatness by what Steph does. Off-ball movement, being able to float defensively,
We were
basketball
talking
IQ.
about three-point shooting. I wasn't talking
That's
about
what
floating.
and
I
that's
wasn't
what
talking
two guard
about
is.
Right, but that's my point.
surviving
40%
starships. I wasn't talking about none of that. We were talking about
Survivorship
three-point
bias,
shooting.
bro. Come on, Mike.
And on top of that, at the two guard spot, Penn, I mean, some of the stuff that Curry does is what two guards do. So it's not just Ant doing it, right? It's not just Devin Booker doing it. It's two guards moving without the ball, shooting the three, coming off pin downs, shooting pull-up threes, shooting pull-up twos. That's what two guards do. So I'm not trying to be Steph. I'm just trying to be I'm trying to be a better version of myself at the two guard spot. Nobody can replicate what Steph Curry does. I don't think that there's anybody that can replicate what Steph Curry does. With that being said, I don't think that Anthony Edwards is trying to be a better. I'm not saying that Anthony Edwards is trying to be better than Steph at Steph. No, I think Anthony Edwards is trying to be better at being.
That's not
Anthony
what I
Edwards.
said. I said y'all are saying that
No, that's
Steph
not what we're
is
saying.
better at being Steph because you're using Steph as the barometer for greatness here. You're using Steph as this is what it means to be good. And then you're saying Anthony Edwards is not as good, but your definition of good is Steph. That's how you're looking at it. When I say he shot 40% from three on really high volume, you're like, whoa, he was shooting 44%. 44%, which ironically is Steph numbers. 40% is still ridiculous. In a league shooting 36%, 4% above average on twice the volume is crazy. These are crazy numbers.
But I'm saying I brought it to the playoffs, and I said he didn't shoot all that good in the playoffs.
Man, there's like a million things on a basketball court you can measure. You can measure positional size. You can measure defensive versatility. You can measure playmaking talent, off-ball movement, shooting, deep range shooting, catch and shoot shooting, rim pressure. You can measure a million things on the basketball court. What I'm saying is, why do we pick and choose about what we're talking about? Ant is clearly the best defender on this list. By far, not close.
You brought up him shooting, and I said in the playoffs he didn't shoot all that good.
Right.
Okay.
That's all I was like. He shot 44% against Golden State. All right. The other two series, it was underwhelming. 33% in the first round, 28% against OKC.
And it's 33% in the first round is because he went 0 for 11 in the last game. He was shooting fine before the last game, but that's what happens in playoffs with
0 for 11 is nasty. But
yeah, he was 0 for 11 or something in the last game. He was shooting like 40% before.
Bro, that is nasty, bro.
I mean, shoot, like he's a good shooter. He's a really good shooter. He's worked on this. He didn't come out as supposed to be a great shooter. What does that tell you? That tells you he gets in the gym and he works. That's what it tells me. There's nobody on planet Earth who could have predicted that he was going to be on the verge of breaking 3-point records 4 years into his career. Nobody.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have that in my bingo cards.
Me neither. I didn't have that. But to Mars's point, I mean, to your point, Mars, yes. I mean, he had that one game in game 2 where he missed 6 out of 8 at the long ball line. But then he was 10 for 20 in game 3 and game 4, right? 10 for 20 total. And then it went off, and then it fell off a cliff in game 5 where he didn't make one shot at the long ball line.
But even then, chill, I can't give Ant a pass, and this is why I don't give Ant a pass. And I'm not saying that he should get a pass. My thing is, Penn just alluded to it. He's a high volume 3-point shooter, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That just comes with the game. Now, obviously, the next game he could have went 6 for 8, and it would have looked a little different, felt a little different. But you shot 11 and you missed 11. That's what goes into it.
I mean, when you're talking about I think you guys call it 3-point variance, because at any point,
variance.
Yeah, shooting variance. Because at any point, to your point, Mars, where in game 3 and game 4, I go 5 for 10, and I go 5 for 10, and then I go 0 for 11. Is that expected? I mean, if I'm shooting it at that volume, if I'm shooting 10 threes, I think game one, he shot 9 of them, went 4 for 9, then goes the other way. Then I go 5 for 10. Then I go 5 for 10. And then I go the other way. Well, if that's the case, where am I shooting where I'm the most effective? Because that's where I think the maturity comes into it. Okay, am I better at the break? Am I better at the top of the key? Am I better in transition on pull-ups with my weak hand? Am I better in catch and shoot in the corner? Where am I the most effective at shooting the long ball? Because when I think about guys who are awesome long ball shooters, or not necessarily awesome long ball shooters, just shooters, period, they're effective. They shoot where they're the most effective, which is why you don't see the variance as much. So with a guy like Anthony Edwards, when I see 0 for 11, that's telling me that he's just shooting to try to find it instead of getting to the spaces where he is the most effective at the long ball line. Because it's obvious that he's effective, because if I go 4 for 9, if I go 5 for 10, if I go 5 for 10, it's obvious that there's space on here where I'm effective. Well, I got to get back to that. When I go 0 for 11, well, maybe I'm just shooting in space where I'm not nearly as effective.
He's most effective above the break and in the corners. In the right corner, he shoots 46%, left corner 43%, above the break 43%. So I don't think people appreciate fully how many threes this guy attempted last year or how many threes he made. First of all, he led the entire league in 3 points made. First.
So nobody made more threes than him. I want to make sure I'm following you, Payne.
Nobody made more threes than him. Nobody took more threes than him. Now, here's the crazy part. We all know Steph is the king of 3-point shooting. How many seasons in Steph's career do you think he attempted more threes than Ant Edwards attempted last year?
Total or per game?
Total.
I don't think any, to be honest with you. Didn't Anthony Edwards shoot something stupid like 700 threes last year? Like 700.
Well, Steph shot 900 in 2016, so that's one season he absolutely did.
And shot 811.
So he's had 2 seasons where he shot
Wow.
more than 811. My point
Wow.
is creating this type of volume while not cratering your efficiency. I'm gonna be honest. If Ant had managed to shoot 34.5%, this would still be a good shot. The fact that he shot damn near
35% at the long ball line.
if he shot 35% on this super high difficulty volume, etc., it's still a good shot because league average efficiency is 36. So if he's at 35 on double, triple positional value volume, that's a good shot. For me, volume is supposed to crater your efficiency. The fact that the volume hasn't cratered his, and it's not just, he's not Malik Beasley. No offense to Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley, very different type of three-point shooter. He's not even Klay Thompson at this point. No, a lot of this is like the hardest three-pointers. Off the dribble, off the catch, off the move. He's doing it every which way. Anthony Edwards is a very good basketball player. But partially, he is a very good basketball player in part because he has developed the parts of his games that are weak. So again, when people show you who they are, believe them, right? This guy has shown me that the one part of his game that I didn't think was fixable, which is to be a sniper from 3, he fixed it. I don't think of him as a good shooter, but now he's a great shooter.
I'll give it to him, Pin. Like, well, we all have to give it to him. Ant shot the ball phenomenally, and he's obviously the most athletic. He's the best defender out of this bunch.
Okay,
but my thing with Ant is he has the lowest floor out of these guys, and he has the lowest ceiling.
How does he have the lowest floor? How does he have a lower floor than Jalen Brunson? Make sense.
Because I know
we have stuff.
Jalen Brunson.
When we have stuff like
we haven't even got to Jalen Brunson.
Oh,
We've been talking about
Steph's floor this season was quite bad.
In the playoffs.
Season. I mean, Mars, you were calling him washed at one point. There was a time during the season and you said he was washed.
Here's the thing with Steph's floor, though, Mars. With Steph's floor, it's still creating opportunities for other people. And I mean, we talk about the gravity all the time. We talk about the attention he has to get. We talk about the.
He's not the only player in the world with gravity.
No, well, I mean, but he has the greatest.
We can't. I don't even know if that's true. We can't excuse 2-point games because he has this alleged gravity.
I'm talking about the playoffs, Mars. I'm not talking like
you can't excuse some of the horrific games Steph has in the playoffs in general. This year he has a small sample. He only played 8 games, but like in general, you can't just excuse some of the egregious games Steph has because gravity. Like we're talking about compared to Ant and Jalen Brunson. Ant's gravity is ridiculous. Jalen Brunson is slightly less so because he's more one-on-one isolation. But like Ant's gravity is ridiculous. We can't just be like, oh well, Steph can have 11 points, and then be like, but he's creating with gravity. Like that's not the case. Every single game he plays terribly. Like sometimes he just plays badly. And I would argue Steph's floor might be the lowest of the 3. It might be. I don't know if it is, but it might be. I don't agree just that Steph's floor is automatically at a level because every game he just has gravity. There's been games where teams have guarded Steph one-on-one and he hasn't played well. Where was the gravity in those games? There wasn't because he was being guarded in isolation.
That's the case with all these guys. My thing with Steph, and the reason why I said that his floor is higher than Ant's is because even with Steph, when the shots aren't falling, it's like he's still creating offense based on how he's moving around. But also, too, I know one thing. Steph is going to pass the ball much better than Ant is. He's going to, when he starts getting double teamed, triple teams and stuff like that, he's going to make much better reads than Ant. Ant's floor is I'm not making shots. And when I'm not making shots, how are you contributing to the offense?
Bro, are you working off of Windows 95?
Upgrade. I was doing
old information.
I remember it was game maybe 5 against OKC. They lost the game. They lost by 2.
Ant's been better.
And Ant had like 16. And I remember the next day we was on here. And it might not have been you, Ron. I don't know who it was. Someone was criticizing Ant's performance because he only had 16 points. But then I watched the game. And Ant was the best playmaker on the court. He was creating wide open shots for his teammates all night long. So the stuff that we're accusing Ant of, he doesn't do this when he's not scoring. I watched him do it while he wasn't scoring in the playoffs this year. So like, I don't know if we're just saying it's the cool thing to say about a shooting guard when he doesn't have high scoring games that he doesn't get his teammates involved or whatever. But then when I'm watching him do it, what are we talking about? Like
he does other things.
Jalen Brunson gets his teammates less involved than Ant does in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, he does.
In my opinion.
I don't
like Jalen Brunson just has the ball for 9 minutes a game. So like in total, he might have actually passed the ball more. I don't know the numbers. But when you have the ball for 9 minutes a game, and I'm watching you actively look off your teammates, I don't know how that's an indictment on Ant when I'm watching him have playmaking masterclasses in games he only scores 16 and he gets critiqued. He's part of the comparison. It's Jalen Brunson and Ant.
These are two different. Hold on. So I said Steph and Ant. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but Jalen Brunson's also a part of it.
Yes, but Jalen Brunson.
So I'm bringing him into it.
Jalen Brunson's a little different though. Like Jalen Brunson, like why Jalen Brunson's different? First off, Jalen Brunson's a good passer, and he's a better passer.
Never said he wasn't.
He's a better. And I never said he said he wasn't either.
He became a more willing passer this season, Ron, than he was.
Yeah, but the thing about Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson gonna shoot it out no matter what. His floor is damn near how many shots are you gonna make for me? Like it's not necessarily the passing with Jalen Brunson. With Ant, like we know Ant's gonna get doubled, and we know like what's gonna happen with him. So my thing with Ant is, are you going to be able to make the correct reads when you get doubled? That's been an issue with Ant. It was an issue this playoffs. It was an issue last playoffs. It's gonna be an issue next playoffs potentially.
I don't think it was an issue this playoffs. That's where we disagree. I think the bigger issue with Ant this playoffs was A, he just wasn't that good at the rim. And B, he still hasn't added that consistent floater to his game or the post game. Like I think his scoring arsenal needs to be diversified. I don't think his playmaking was an issue. In fact, I think he just made the right reads when team loaded up on him as you're supposed to do.
He had the ball.
I also watched Jalen Brunson become a turnover machine when he started dealing with pressure in this postseason. So like I don't know. It feels like we're talking in theory about these guys, and then what actually happens is kind of the opposite of what's being said. I watched Aaron Nesmith have Jalen Brunson in jail in that last game of the Knicks series. Have him in jail. He was turning the ball over. He couldn't get his shot off. He was struggling. But then Anthony Edwards apparently is just being prone to double teams. But then I'm watching him dissect double teams in the playoffs against the Lakers, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then he's being criticized for not scoring enough. But then you're saying his issue is playmaking. I don't understand what's going on.
I mean, what all these guys are getting criticized. I'm saying what I've seen.
I'm talking about the criticism of his playmaking. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's been criticized for his playmaking when you're criticizing him for his playmaking in games where he didn't score enough. But the reason he didn't score enough was because he was playmaking. It's not making sense to me. Like in my mind, it's not making sense.
Enough was the reason why he wasn't playmaking.
That's not what I said. I said the reason he wasn't scoring enough is because he was playmaking. He was creating shots for his teammates all game long. I'm talking about that OKC game in particular because I remember we had the conversation the next day. Yeah, I'm talking because we had the conversation the next day. I remember it because the game before that, Ant went off crazy. He had like 38. I don't know what he actually had. He went crazy.
30.
And then 30. Okay, 30. Then and that was the blowout game. They blew OKC out, and everyone praised that. And then the next game came and they lost by 2. And Anthony Edwards wasn't scoring like crazy because OKC adjusted their defense. And Anthony Edwards had a playmaking masterclass. And now I'm saying we're criticizing him for his playmaking, but the criticism of his playmaking only comes in games where he didn't score a lot. And my argument is in the games he didn't score a lot, for the most part, not every game, for the most part, he was playmaking really well. So I don't understand how that's the criticism.
Here's the thing. I don't think Ant was playmaking to that level. He wasn't playmaking to the level.
He was definitely making the correct reads, Ron. He definitely was doing that.
He was making the correct reads. Do you guys understand who he's getting compared to right now? Steph Curry and Jalen Brunson. These two are better playmakers.
I think Ant playmakes, if that's a word, better than Brunson did in the playoffs.
Yeah, I just disagrey.
Yeah,
okay, Ron, are you saying passer or playmaker?
Because
they're not the same thing.
I'm talking about passing. My thing is,
I agree with you.
I said Steph is a better passer than him.
That
was my argument with Steph when we're talking about.
And I agree on Jalen Brunson as well.
Steph's going to make the better reads more consistently than Ant. Part of that is experience. Part of that is he's just a better passer.
Okay.
With Jalen Brunson, on the other hand, it's not necessarily the passing that I'm factoring in when I'm talking about their floor. My thing is, I know Jalen Brunson gonna come out and give me 20 on every single night. Bad shooting, good shooting, it doesn't matter. He's gonna give me 20 at least, and in the fourth quarter.
No,
it's not every night, but I get what you're saying.
And in the fourth quarter, more than likely, he gonna come up with some big plays. That's my floor with Jalen Brunson in the playoffs.
But you also might have the worst defender on the court.
That's true, Mars.
That's amazing. The floor of Jalen Brunson is he gets picked on into oblivion.
That's true.
Then what?
So whose floor is?
So because on his worst night he can give you an inefficient 20 while being the worst defender on the court. That's better than Ant's floor.
You tell me whose floor? I think Jalen Brunson's floor is higher than Ant's on any given night.
I just don't think Ant has the lowest floor. I don't know who has it. I think Steph's floor is being undersold as how low it can really get because he's a victim to shooting variance too. He's the highest volume 3-point shooter we've ever seen. I know Ant shot more this year, but in general, Steph Curry is the highest volume 3-point shooter we've ever seen. And he also has the defensive issues. And then there are games where he can be susceptible to aggressive coverages, switches, blah, blah, blah. Like a bad Steph Curry game can get quite bad. A bad Anthony Edwards game can get quite bad, especially if he's not passing. Those games do exist. And then a bad Jalen Brunson game, you have the worst defender on the court while also being inefficient scoring wise, and then being a non-willing playmaker because he's trying to shoot himself out of the situation he's put himself in. Those games happen.
Can't get bad. JB,
there was a game against Detroit. He had this in this postseason. They lost by like 5 points, and Jalen Brunson was like 5 for 18. Like I watched that happen. Like Jalen Brunson has those games. Like they exist. Like they exist for everyone. I just think Jalen Brunson has the lowest floor in my opinion. Yeah, Jalen Brunson has the lowest floor.
Like they're all great players. Like I don't know what. Like we're not disrespecting anybody by saying they're the lowest of these three. Like these are three of the best guards in the league. But if you want to say Anthony Edwards is the worst passer, I'll agree with you on that. 100% he is, because he's not a point guard. Like he's not a point guard. If he was as good a passer as Steph right now, he might be the best player in the league. So yeah, congratulations. He's not good at that one thing. He's getting better at it though. And to Mars's point, he did have positive points in the playoffs.
But do y'all think that? To me, like I'm listening to Mars, I'm listening to all y'all talk. To me, I know somebody's gonna go crazy, but all three of their passing is relatively the same when you factor in how many times they do it, when they do it, and how they do it. It's relatively the same. Like it's not like
you don't think there's any separation between.
But Jordan isn't.
It's not that much separation. No, it's not that much separation because they're.
I think Steph is a level above them.
I mean, but even at that level, he's so tasked with scoring the basketball that you don't get to see it as if you would see it from like Tyrese Halliburton or somebody like that. So or Jokic or something like that. Like you don't see him like that. So to me, obviously Curry is the best passer, but it's not significant in the argument. Like when we're talking about who has the lowest floor, the highest ceiling. To me, they all pretty much pass it.
Jordan, start.
I would agree. I would agree with Mars when I say Brunson probably has the lowest ceiling because of how he, the lowest floor. My bad, but of how he like gets his buckets when he gets them, and and how inefficient he can be sometimes as well. I think Brunson has the lowest, but I just don't feel like us harping on Steph's passing or Brunson passing or Ant's passing as the reason. I don't think that's a significant enough reason. Like it's not that.
Jordan, start bench cut in the playoffs. Who you got? I'm assuming the next
start Steph Curry. I would probably bench Anthony Edwards and cut Jalen Brunson.
Me and Jordan have the same list.
Mm-hmm. Jordan, when you say that the passing is significant, okay, we got primary ball handlers here, right? Steph Curry plays with the ball in his hands. He plays off.
Not really. His best attribute is off the ball.
It is, but he does have the ball. There's a reason why Steph Curry is one of the better passers.
Steph had the ball in his hands less than Ant in the playoffs.
In the playoffs this season,
yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking specific. So if we're only talking specifically about this season, right? If we're only talking specifically about this season, Steph Curry
had the ball in his hands less than Ant this season, regular season too.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. And that's a fair point. What I'm saying is, with Steph Curry, with the gravity that Ron is talking about, the same gravity that Anthony Edwards has, I still have to get off the basketball. I still have to create other opportunities for other people. This is why, to counter Jordan's point, this passing thing definitely matters, because if I'm getting doubled, I can't just hold on to the ball. I can't just consistently shoot over double teams. These are bad shots, and I'm putting my team in a precarious situation, as opposed to with Jalen Brunson, to your point, or Anthony Edwards, where Anthony Edwards I want to say it's game 5, where those angles that he normally takes when he's getting downhill, those angles are cut off, and he's getting off the basketball, getting the ball to Jaden McDaniels, or getting the ball to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's important within our offense, because if he's not doing that and he's just taking bad shots, that's putting our team in a bad spot.
I would agree with that. I would agree with Jalen Brunson do it the most, though. I would agree with that Jalen Brunson does it the most. Like he takes the worst shots out of all of them. Like so that's what I'm saying. Like I agree with Mars as far as
I'm not seeing this Brunson playmaking that you.
Yeah, like I feel like Brunson is one of those players. Like he's a great player. He's a good scorer, but passing is not his first option. Neither is none of those guys. But he has it the worst. Like he has it the worst.
It's actually the opposite, Jordan. He's a terrible playmaker in my eyes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I want to make this clear. I wasn't
I'm
using
not a believer in.
his
I'm not a believer in this. I think Brunson's the worst playmaker of all three. I think Steph's the best.
I
and
think
second
so
best.
too.
Brunson's the worst.
I want to make this clear though. I wasn't using playmaking, even though I do think that Jalen Brunson's a better passer than Ant. I wasn't using playmaking or passing for his floor. I'm strictly using scoring. When I think of his floor, I know he's going to give me at least 20 on any given night. And also,
that might come with 6 turnovers though, 6 or 7 turnovers.
Yeah, it might. But also,
Jalen Brunson, 16 points, 4 of 16 in the playoffs this year.
Hold on, no, Mars. Before you get into that,
17.6.
before you get into that, I do want to say. So I was talking about floor. Also, another thing is, and I probably should have started with this: the consistency of when they're going to hit that floor.
Ron,
Ant is more consistently
once
hit
a
that
series.
floor.
basketball logic is calling you. Anthony
mean,
Edwards has
Brunson hits
never
that
had a
floor once a
playoff series
series.
where he scored less than 23 points in the playoffs in any series. What are we talking about here? And you keep saying Jalen Brunson. At
He's
least
had
I'm going to get
playoff
20.
games where he's done it. He's like,
Oh my God, Mars. He's
well, that's
never
what I
had
was
a
doing. I was reading
single
off games
playoff
where
series.
Brunson has done it.
He
I
had,
don't think
he,
Brunson. Well, Brunson has in
at
Dallas.
30,
That's kind of
at 21 years old, he averaged 31 points per game in a playoff series. At 22, he averaged 31 in a playoff series.
Too, by the way.
You talking about
Well, I don't think
the
Brunson in
biggest
New York
playoff
has averaged
risers.
less than 25.
He gets
24, 24 his first ever series against New York. 31, 36, damn near 30,
Okay.
31, 26.
We're comparing
30.
a player's entire career versus
Well, no,
another
I'm
guy's
comparing his
prime.
last two. I'm comparing his last 3 seasons. That's what I'm doing. Since he's been in New York, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 seasons, also the years that Ant's been in the playoffs, for coincidentally. But yeah, Jalen Brunson is a playoff scorer. He scores a lot of points. He also has. He's entitled to. He has games where he doesn't score a lot of points, and that happens. But my issue with the Jalen Brunson stuff, even if I think the scoring floor is probably the highest of the 3, probably. Because he's gonna empty the clip, like he's more reliable because of the mid-range stuff that neither one of them go to as willingly as he does, and he gets to the free throw line, very valuable. Being the worst defender on the court means something to me. I don't know. Being the worst defender on the court means something to me, and then being the worst playmaker on the court, not on the court, the worst playmaker of the 3 also means something. I know, Ron, you said you wasn't talking about that, but when we're comparing these players, it has to be spoken about for all 3 of them. You can't, in my opinion, you can't be like, I'm going to take Steph's floor over Amp because of the playmaking, and then I'm going to ignore the playmaking for Brunson's floor because I value the scoring floor. That becomes like, it has to be all encompassing. It's like, I value Steph's playmaking, scoring, defense combination over Ant's floor, and I value Brunson's scoring, playmaking, defense combination over Ant's floor. And then that's where you get the pushback from me. And on his worst games will probably be slight negative on defense. It's the games where he decides he doesn't want to participate off the ball. He'll still compete on the ball. He's still going to do that for you. But off the ball, he's going to take plays off. He's going to get beat. He's not going to be aware. He's going to be a slight negative. He's not going to be helping you, but he's not going to be a complete detriment. Steph, on his worst games defensively, is going to be getting mismatch hunted. You're going to have to scheme around that. He's going to do his help and recovering thing, blah, blah, blah. And at times, he's going to get caught out of position. That's a bad thing. Brunson's worst defensive games, he's going to get mismatch hunted from minute 1 to minute 48. And every single time, the team is going to have an advantage. He fouled out of the playoffs this year. I remember he fouled out. I don't know who it was against. It was against the Celtics. He fouled out in like quick. It was very fast. He fouled out.
That was a game that they lost, as a matter of fact.
They got smoked that game.
And he's also gonna have the games where like he has like 7-8 turnovers. Like all of these things add up. Like you're the worst defender on the court by a significant margin. You're at this point shot chucking to get to 20 points, which you deem valuable. You're not going to be a very willing passer because you are too busy shot chucking to get to your 20 points. And you're going to be turning the ball over. Like, I think Jalen Brunson's floor is easily the worst.
I disagree. Jalen Brunson.
Now, Mars,
Jalen Brunson be passing. Yeah, it might not be.
He will get off the pill.
I don't know any player who has the ball for 10 minutes a game who doesn't get assists.
I mean, but
that doesn't mean that you're passing the ball. You have the ball the whole game. Every player who has the ball as much as Jalen Brunson does is going to get assists. That does not mean you're a willing passer or you're
probably
passing
get more than him too, though. If they had that ball that long, probably get more.
I'd assume like you're talking about Cade, Luka, Trey. Like those are the guys who are close to Jalen Brunson in terms of time of possession. Like this regular season, Jalen Brunson had the highest time of possession in the league. Like, yeah, you're gonna get some assists doing that, of course.
And that doesn't mean that
you're actually passing with consistency.
It's not a significant amount of assists.
It's not about knocking him, but you say like Jalen
What do you
Brunson
mean
is
it's
going to
not a
have games where
Okay.
Game 1, 8
Jalen
assists.
Brunson is
Game
going to
2,
have games where he
7
gets
assists.
assists, but you
Game-
have the ball the whole game. Like
At
I hope
least-
you're going to get some assists.
That's why.
That
That's why
doesn't
I'm
mean that
saying
you're
that.
actually passing the
So I'm
ball.
supposed to knock him for that? Am I supposed to knock in?
No, it's not about knocking someone or
Who
whatever
got
the
more
case
out
is.
of
Saying
Julius
that
Randle?
the more you have the ball, the more everything you're going to get. You're
Right.
going to get more points. You're going to get more assists. You're going to get more turnover. Like everything is
You
going
got
to
the
go
ball
up the
more.
more you have the ball. That's just logical. Saying a guy who gets 8 assists when they have the ball for 9 minutes is passing the ball more or is a willing passer compared to someone who gets 5 assists and has the ball for 6 minutes. That's not comparable. That's like you have the ball more than everyone in the league.
It's
And you
a
average
reason
like
why
6
he has the
assists.
ball, though. He doesn't have the ball just for no reason.
Yeah,
It's
because
the
he can
reason
score
why
like
they
crazy.
give him the ball and everybody gets the fuck out the way.
And there's a
Because
reason why
Jalen
Mike
Brunson
Brown
is
is saying
like
Mike Brown will have
We gotta
Jalen
change
Brunson
the
on the ball
offense.
less. He's
We
gonna
gotta
have
change
he's
the
gonna have Jalen
offense.
Brunson on the
Yes.
ball less next season. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And a big part of the reason why is because it's not conducive, in my opinion, to have a 6'1" guy have the ball the whole game and not be a willing passer. That's not conducive. He gets assists. He has games where he gets 12 assists. Sure. He also has games where he'll get 4 assists. Some of that is based on teammates making shots. Some of that is based on the fact that he doesn't pass until he feels he has to. Like he doesn't pass until he feels he has to pass the ball. Like
Mars, do
that's
you think that
problematic
that's
when you have the ball as much as he does. That's problematic.
Well, Miles, do you think do you think that he can't pass, or do you think that that's because that's what the product of the
No,
league
he
is
can
today?
pass. He's just not. I just don't think he's very willing.
Well, but that's what
I
I'm
think he
saying,
can
Miles,
pass. I
because
just don't think he's a very willing passer.
it's not that I don't think he's willing, because that's what he was when he was at Villanova. He was a lead guard who passed when he played at Villanova. He scored the basketball 100%. But when he came into the league, this is what the league is. The league is more scoring guards who score first and then they get off the field, right? Luka is a prime example of that. Jalen Brunson is a prime example of that. De'Aaron Fox is a prime example of that. So now when you get Mike Brown, and he's going to change the offense where I don't think it's a bad thing either. It's not like it's a punishment like Jalen, get off the basketball. No. I think that he's looking at him where we're going to be more effective with you getting off the ball more. And we're going to put an offense in where you get off the ball, not just taking the ball out of your hands and now you got to pass the ball more. No, we're going to put an offense around where because I think that Jalen Brunson's passing skills are a lot better than we give him credit for. And I think that
He's a good passer.
And I think Mike Brown can put him in space where he can be more effective as a passer, as opposed to why do you have the ball, to your point, Moss? Why you got the ball almost 10 minutes a game? Why do you have the ball that much? That's almost, if you think about it, that's what, 10 minutes a game. That's 2.5 minutes a quarter. That's a big deal that you got the ball that much.
He plays about 38 minutes, and half of that time is spent with him on defense because you're on defense for half the game.
Sure.
So about 19 minutes, he's on offense. 9 of those minutes, he has the ball in his hands.
That's more than half the time.
Half of the time he's on offense, he has the ball in his hands.
Have the ball that
like
much.
shit. 8 assists is probably the minimum I can ask for.
You shouldn't have the ball that much. No, you should not have the ball.
It is what it is. Like, yeah, I'm not. Jalen Brunson's great. I'm really high on him. I think he's an amazing offensive player. I think he has the highest floor as a scorer of all 3. I just think the floor in terms of the other things is quite bad, and I think he's being undersold because he can get 20. But the other stuff, like what it takes to get that 20 when he doesn't have it going, isn't very good.
So who has the highest ceiling in your eyes?
The highest ceiling?
Yeah.
Steph will go crazy. Like
the highest. So when I'm saying this, I mean the highest consistent ceiling. They're gonna
just like whose level is the most consistent.
Yeah.
That also might be Brunson. On a game to game, I think you know what you're getting from Brunson more than the other two. Maybe Ant. I don't know.
I'm curious. Who got the most?
It might be
Julius
Brunson.
Randle?
Maybe Brunson.
Who got more out of Julius Randle? Because I've seen a very different Julius Randle playing next to Ant, in my opinion. Okay, I saw a rejuvenated Julius Randle. I saw Julius Randle who was just not being talked about like he's a detriment to the team. I saw Julius Randle that damn near looked like
we never got to see Randle in the playoffs last year with the Knicks.
I mean, contract year for sure. But I'm saying like it's interesting because these two players just swapped parts.
But when OG got to New York and Randle was there, they were playing really good basketball. Randle just got hurt, so we never got to see it in the playoffs. So I can't be like I ain't got more out of Randle. I never got to see what Brunson or what the Knicks had out of Randle in the playoffs that year. The year prior, Randle was hurt in the playoffs. He was playing with an injury, and Randle didn't look great. So like the sample size of Brunson and Randle in the playoffs doesn't really exist. Not a healthy Randle anyway. But when they were healthy in the regular season in the 24 season, they looked really good together. Really, really good. They look like one of the best teams in the league.
Something special. Before
So
he got hurt,
I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah.
But and the Timberwolves did a good job of focusing on Randall, getting him put in better positions where they can maximize his playmaking. But there was also an adjustment period with that because the early season it looked bad. October to like January, it didn't look great. And then they started to figure it out. And then it was like, oh, okay, they got something. And then I started praising Randall. I was like, oh, okay, this is good basketball. I like what I'm seeing. But it didn't come together seamlessly. Whereas when OG joined the Knicks, the Brunson, Randall, OG, Mikal situation was seamless. It looked amazing from the jump.
It was working.
And then Randall goes down. So I don't know. I feel like that might be a bit.
I think OG and Jaden McDaniels relatively similar. I'm not saying Rudy Gobert and Mitchell Robinson are relatively similar, but they're at least a similar archetype of a big who cannot shoot, scores in the paint. And
Hey,
defends.
slow down. Rudy Gobert been working with
Lethal shooter. I'm seeing it.
So slow down.
Oh Lord!
Don't go that
Don't start
fast.
it, Ron.
Don't go
Don't
that
start it,
fast.
Ron. Here we go with the bullshit.
Oh.
Don't start it, Ron.
Chill.
Just letting you know.
You know
Just
what
letting
we
you
need
know.
to set up? We need to set up a Ben Simmons versus Rudy Gobert 3-point shootout. Who paid for that?
Hey,
Rudy Gobert
Hey,
winning
Rudy,
that.
watch that for
Rudy
Rudy.
Rudy
I got Rudy.
Rudy
I got
easily
Rudy.
winning that.
I got
Rudy
Rudy.
cooking now.
Ben
Because Ben
Simmons
Simmons would just
Ben
refuse to
Simmons
shoot.
shoot 10 threes in the gym. and get the
Rudy
fuck out.
going shoot one, hit the turnaround like Steph. Like,
At least
Rudy like
Rudy Gobert willing to shoot it in a game. Ben Simmons just only want to shoot it in
yeah,
practice on
I
camera.
seen him shoot a three. Maybe it was this season or last season. I seen him shoot a three. He
Rudy
missed
Gobert?
everything. But, yeah,
I wouldn't be
Sierra bought it, right?
surprised. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
if Rudy
I remember
actually
that
had
one
a
too.
banger though. Like I wouldn't be shocked at all if we go into the gym during the off season and Rudy is clapping shit. Like I'm not surprised at
I
all.
think every NBA player in the gym can hit threes. Every single day.
Hell no.
That's not true.
I've seen
But
the Ben Simmons workout videos. I've seen him. I've seen Steven Adams.
He don't do
hit
that.
threes.
Man, he don't do that shit in no damn pickup. He did that shit one time and they got it on camera and they replay the same video every year.
Yeah, call it what you want, man. Call it what you want. I just think every NBA player in
It's
the
AI.
empty gym
Is
can
it
hit threes. I think
is it
everything.
AI? Yo, is it AI generated? They
Probably
just,
so.
They
Real,
just
I've
they
seen
just
it.
they age in his face by 1 year and they changing his clothes.
Now you
He
guys
just posting
hating
the
on
same
Ben
clip.
Simmons like he not gonna be on a contender next season. But it's cool.
No, what's AI generated is Bruce Brown being athletic as hell. That's
Shout out to
AI.
Swiping, man. Shout out to
That's
Swiping.
AI generated. I just want to say,
Imagine Rudy shooting 40% from three next
I
year.
just want to
That'd be
say,
amazing.
Ron, I went back and listened to that episode,
Bruce Brown's trash, bro.
and God
No,
bless
no
the Denver
offense.
Nuggets.
No offense.
That-
Bruce Brown is
God
trash.
Hey,
Bruce Brown been
hey,
trash
hey,
for
don't
2
say it
years.
too loud. Don't say it too loud.
Trash for 2 years straight.
When we
Trash
see
in
Cam
Toronto,
Johnson, when we see
trash
Cam
in-
Johnson ball handling and Bruce Brown athleticism, you guys gonna be cooked.
Okay.
Man,
Cam Johnson's amazing. I like
wonder
Cam
if Bruce
Johnson.
Brown. I wonder if Bruce Brown is trash because he was in Toronto. I wonder if he was trash if he would.
He was in Indiana,
Indiana
too.
at
Yeah,
first.
He was horrible in Indiana.
I mean, but Penn, you know, some people are system players.
Yeah, he is. No, he's gonna be a lot better with Denver. I just don't see him catching lobs like Swiper said he'll be catching the lobs and shit like that. I just don't see that happening.
So what? Jokic's gonna play 48 minutes. He's coming off the bench. He's gonna have to play some minutes without Jokic. I'm just saying, like maybe the undersized guard who can't shoot might be cooked.
He can get a
Is
little
that
corner three
possible?
going on.
He's gonna be able to shoot when Jokic the one passing in the ball.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to shoot that.
But he
He's gonna
couldn't
come
shoot.
right on the
But he
seams,
couldn't
right?
shoot when
right
Tyrese
in the shot
Halliburton and
pocket.
Scotty Barnes were
It's not
passing
the
to
same.
him. Okay.
Well, Scotty Barnes,
He's
hell
not
no.
there.
But
He's
when,
not
when
That's not
Jokic,
Barnes, hell
when
no,
Jokic
Scotty.
passed it, it's gonna be right in his shot pocket, right on the seams, right in his comfort spot, that left corner. He gonna hit it
He gonna be able
every
to shoot it out the
time.
corner. I
He's
just
not
don't know.
there.
I
He's
just
not-
don't know if we're
he's-
gonna see
he's
much
not there
of
to
Cam
shoot,
Johnson
though.
tertiary ball handling. I don't know if we're gonna see
He
much
better
of
shoot.
That's not. That's
We gonna
that's not-
see
that's
Cam
not his
Johnson
job.
secondary
I'm just
ball.
saying.
That's
Drench,
not what you're ready
don't
for.
start that tertiary shit, Drench. I can't handle it, yo. Yo.
You know what? The word tertiary, it
Does it piss
takes
you off?
away from the actual argument Swiper was trying to bring up. When you go back and listen to the conversation, tertiary throws the shit off from what he was trying to say. When he asked the question, was Russell Westbrook the tertiary ball handler with Jokic and Murray on the floor? The pushback from me should have been, Cam Johnson ain't fucking Russell Westbrook. That should have been a pushback. But we brought up the tertiary, and it just threw everything off.
That's just
Yeah, you got cooked. So that's
It
what
just threw everything off. The whole tertiary shit. And it's like, we should never even been talking about that.
Cam is
But-
like that though. Cam's good.
But
Ron, at
yeah,
some
I'm
point,
not saying
I
Cam is not good. But we see basketball totally different. That's what I'll say. I
Yeah, he
understand.
sees it right and you see it wrong.
No, that's cap. But I understand this that a lot of people don't understand. And I know this because I've heard coaches, GMs, agents, players say it. If your two best players on the team are your best ball handlers and your best passers and your best scorers, they're probably going to get the ball a lot. Because it only makes sense to put the ball in their
I
hands.
could have told you that.
No, I know that. I'm just saying.
A
So when
40-year-old
when a casual person say Cam Johnson will do these things, and I say why, and they say, "What do you mean why?" That's a skill set. That's when I know we see shit differently.
Okay,
because
wait
I
a
know
second,
exactly
Jordan.
what's going to
But
happen.
see, Jordan,
Now
I
Penn
think
about to cook you. Penn about to
No,
cook you.
I'm not about to
But
cook anyway. If you don't mind, Joe. Cam Johnson, he could definitely elevate a second unit. Like he can play with players who can't necessarily create their own shots, and he can have a different role with that unit. So just because he's starting doesn't mean he don't go to the bench after 4 or 5 minutes and then come in for the second stint when Jokic goes to the bench and Murray goes to the bench. And then maybe he can actually have some synergy with either Jokic in non-Murray lineups and maybe even Murray in non-Jokic lineups. So that's the cool thing about Cam Johnson.
Regardless, if he's with those lineups, they're going to have the ball. And then when you talk about the bench, Bruce Brown's probably going to have the ball according to Swiper because that's why Russell Westbrook couldn't come on the team.
But the reason that that's not the case is because these are not like Nikola Jokic is not Kevin Durant. He's not Devin Booker. Like he's a great screener. He's a great off-ball mover. Like Jokic and Murray are great off the ball as well. That's why they work so well together because they can invert it. So that's my point. Like,
So
but they don't play that much off the ball.
Well, they haven't had. The difference between
Cam Johnson.
They haven't had Cam Johnson. Yo, Jordan, you said Cam Johnson, not Russell Westbrook. Well, here's the thing: Russell Westbrook isn't respected as a shooter. So even if
Cam Johnson isn't respected as the downhill force Russell Westbrook is, though.
True, I agree with that. But when you already have Jokic down there, the changing factor here is the deep shooting. I think the deep shooting and the ball handling and the overall ball skills presents a type of player that I don't think Jokic has ever played with. Especially add in, you got Aaron Gordon who can do a little bit of that himself, but he can be the inverse. So actually, I really like the idea of two-man game between Cam Johnson and Aaron Gordon. That's
Jordan,
what I
he's
love.
selling you. Jordan, what he's selling you is
go ahead, Chill, because I want to counter that.
What Jordan, what he's selling you is the shooting, is what pushes it over the top. The fact that Cam Johnson can put the ball on the floor, it's because of the shooting that's going to make the offense.
Michael Porter Jr. shot it better than almost anybody.
But here's the difference: he can't put it on the floor like Cam Johnson.
But why does it matter if he's averaging 20 points a game?
Then you can't be tertiary ball handler. That's why.
Well, all right, but that's my point about that not being significant. Like Michael Porter Jr. was a 20 points per game scorer, damn near shooting 50%.
This year, I don't know, maybe like 16. I don't know what he averaged this year. He's been around 20 before.
20 shooting 50% from the field. So like you saying, oh, we're gonna replace that
18.
as if you're getting fucking Kawhi Leonard with Cam Johnson. It's like, to me, it's crazy. You're not. Stop it, Mark. Stop it. But
Cam is like the glue that holds all these pieces together. You have a lot of really amazing pieces. In fact, it's kind of funny. The entire time that Denver lost Bruce Brown, they kept saying how much they miss Bruce Brown. What they really miss is glue. That's what they were missing, because that's what Bruce was for them. He could fill in anywhere. He can guard 3-4 positions. He can, and as much as people want to talk about the shooting, the cutting of Bruce Brown is the cheat code. The ball handling plus passing plus rebounding.
Bruce, that's why I said he's going to play 4. Swiper told me he's going to be pretty much the backup point guard role. I think
he can do both. He can do both. He's been backup one.
That's it, Pin. That's what I'm saying, Pin. Like you're saying all these things after just saying how trash and how garbage Bruce Brown is. Yeah. This is what Bruce Brown is here for. He's here to do these things. He's not here to shoot a bunch of threes.
Forget about him. He
might be sorry. He might be sorry. He might be sorry and garbage on a team like Toronto that doesn't have a bunch of great players like Nikola Jokic.
Doesn't have any great players.
You know what I'm saying? Well, BI.
Two great players now.
Hasn't played with him. So it doesn't count.
True. Well, so what I'm saying is like Bruce Brown might be garbage if you want to go back to compare. You want to go back to having that Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry argument. Yeah, he's garbage in that argument, but he's not garbage for what the Nuggets need him to do.
I'll agree with that. I think he's fit for that role. He left, and then Christian Brown got better, and now Bruce Brown comes back. 100%. And this is where you could even forget about Christian Brown. But for example, when you said the two-man game between Aaron Gordon and Cam Johnson, I would see Aaron Gordon with the ball more than Cam Johnson with the ball. Like, because number one, Cam Johnson is a better shooter, so that's why you always want to put the person that can catch and shoot better a little bit off the ball. Like, put him off the ball and put Aaron Gordon with the ball, so now he can attack. Aaron Gordon's a better driver too, probably a better playmaker too. So you're gonna see that. Like, I just don't see what y'all saw from Cam Johnson in Brooklyn. It's no way you think you're gonna see that. You didn't see that from Cam Johnson when he was in Phoenix, like when he was on the championship team. So all of a sudden now that he go to Brooklyn and come back to life because he's not a superstar player, now you're gonna see this. You didn't see it in Phoenix where
Jordan,
he was really good.
Are you suggesting that he's the same player that he was when he was in Phoenix?
Damn near, why not? He just went to a trash team, just like Mikal Bridges.
He's a lot better.
No,
Mikal Bridges went to Brooklyn and was cooking, and now what is he on the Knicks? Y'all talking about he was trash?
I know we're wrong about
it's the same shit.
Cam Johnson, in my opinion, is like the most underrated player in the league. Like, consistently, he played on a really bad team last year. He doesn't put up really big numbers. He's been injury prone. So I think he gets underrated. I think he gets slept on because the things that he does are not very obvious. Personally, I think he's a lot better than Michael Porter Jr.
I disagree with you on that.
I think Michael Porter can have a much better season in terms of the statistics. He might put up 25 points per game. But in terms of what Cam can do as a ceiling raiser, like, there's a reason why I was petitioning for OKC to trade for him, because I felt like that would make it unfair for them, right? He fits in everywhere.
Role player on the team.
Yo, he's like
if Cam Johnson was on Oklahoma City, he would be their least.
No, I said he would be the most elite role player on the team.
Yo,
okay.
What I'm saying is there's that term portability we talk about in basketball, analytic circles, portability. I think Cam Johnson might be like the most portable player I've ever seen. He's up there. He's like one of the top 10, top 20 most portable.
When you think about it,
among non-superstars, okay, let me caveat that. Among non-top 20 players, okay, I'm talking like role players, like portability role players. The deep shooting, the movement shooting makes it unfair because you cannot ignore him. He is extremely smart with and without the basketball. He does have ball handling skills. I don't give a shit about the tertiary, secondary.
I didn't say he didn't. I never said
I don't care about
that.
By the way, I really don't care about that.
You know what though, Penn? I will say this. Do y'all remember them good Houston Rockets team? Let me tell you who Cam Johnson is. Could you take a wild guess who Cam Johnson is from the really good Houston Rockets team?
What you mean really good? He's talking about the 90s. Talking about the 90s.
I'm talking about 16, 17, 18. Those Rockets teams.
I thought you were talking about
Trevor Ariza.
Really, really good one.
Absolutely, Chill. That's what Cam Johnson is.
That's crazy.
He's Trevor Ariza.
That's crazy.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Trevor Ariza was a really good person. Really good player.
Trevor Ariza might be better than Cam Johnson.
No.
And I would have probably agreed with you on that one, though, Ox. But that's what Cam Johnson is when y'all want to talk about tertiary.
Cam Johnson better than Nicholas Batum?
No, in his prime, hell no.
Batum way better than Trevor Ariza.
Wait.
I'm trying to get the not
Nick Batum made $200 million in his career.
I'm trying to get the bar. So Trevor Ariza, I went because you disagree with Trevor Ariza, so I'm trying to increase the bar. And if you say no, Cam Johnson's worse than Batum, then I'm gonna decrease the bar and find where Cam Johnson is.
Back to Trevor Ariza.
Nicholas Batum, the best Batum.
I think he's a better scorer than Nick, but Nick's just a better player, better defender, better connector, passer, shooter, better cutter, all of that good stuff. Like Cam might make a couple more threes and he might get a couple more buckets, but that don't make you better because you score 4 more points a night.
Trevor Ariza was really damn good too.
Can you agree? You think Batum's bad?
Yo, I thought I was really high on Trevor Ariza, and now I talk to y'all, and I'm like, oh, never mind.
What about Nick Batum though, Penn?
Yeah, you think Batum's bad than Cam Johnson? Okay.
All right, cool.
Wait.
So who?
Let him answer.
You're right.
Nick Batum in his prime. Right? Not right now.
Yeah, not today.
Hey, damn the same shit today, but I mean,
it's very close.
Nick Batum for 12 minutes. Hey, man.
It's the same shit today, but
Dude,
he's not 28 no more. But give Nick Batum a mess.
You probably think Cam Johnson in like the Boris Diaw conversation or something. Right?
No,
but before we even do that though, Ox and Jordan, like you guys are disgustingly low on Cam Johnson.
I'm not low on
either that or you guys are just too high on Michael Porter Jr. Because every time we bring up this discussion, you guys
we're
either say
talking about
that
Trevor
MPJ's
Ariza and Nick
no.
Batum.
I'm bringing it
You
back
low on
to
Trevor
the
Ariza.
center, though. I'm bringing it back to Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Johnson. You got every time we bring up this discussion, which has been multiple times, you guys have either said A, you don't think Cam's going to be better than him, or B, you just flat out think that Michael Porter Jr. is better than Cam.
No. Hold on, Ron. Because
crazy.
we said
Cam
if
is a
Cam
litmus
Johnson
test.
is better, it's not by much. That's what the
I think Michael Porter Jr. is better. I think
Michael Porter Jr. is better too. By the way,
Cam Johnson probably fits better with this basketball team. So I think it was a good move for Denver. But I think Michael Porter Jr. is probably better than Cam Johnson. Yes, I do. But I like I said, it's not. I don't think there's any gap either way. And I also think that this was a good move for Denver. I think they made the right decision.
no problem with that. I just feel like Trevor Ariza is what Cam Johnson is, and that's not a knock. Trevor Ariza was a really good player for the Rockets, for the Lakers. But I would say when he played with James
on
Harden,
the championship team.
Totally
Start on the
different
but when he played with James Harden,
I think Cam Johnson's probably better than Trevor Ariza. But
I mean that's fine. But when Trevor Ariza played with James Harden and James Harden would kick it to Trevor Ariza, he pump faking and getting to the basket. That's gonna be Cam Johnson. Can he do it better? Maybe so. We don't know. But Trevor Ariza is really damn good. I would say that.
So
really
if he pump faking and getting to the
I
basket,
ain't forgiving him for that game 7.
Oh yeah, I didn't
even
forgive him for that
if
either.
you're not
But
forgiving him
Trevor
for that
Ariza
game
was
7, Moss,
like that.
my question is to Jordan's point: if he's pump faking and getting to the basket, Ox, wouldn't that be a tertiary ball handler?
Stop
That's
that
attacking the
tertiary
closeout.
shit.
That's no tertiary ball handling.
That's
I-
what
I-
I'm saying. I ain't
attacking the
bugging out.
closeout. That's attacking the closeout. That's not tertiary.
Yeah, that's
ball
what I'm saying. The tertiary ball handling is like, okay, your primary is what? Always on the ball. Your secondary is what? The one who got it when your primary doesn't got it. Now the tertiary is what? How often do we get to the tertiary for it to be significant in the argument?
If you run a Jamal Murray Jokic pick and roll, right, and Cam Johnson's on the opposite wing, let's say Cam Johnson's man tags Jokic in the middle, so Jamal Murray skips it over to Cam Johnson, and then Jokic goes to set a screen for Cam Johnson with the Cam Johnson defender now closing out to Cam Johnson, and that allows Cam Johnson to get downhill. That's technically tertiary ball handling.
Mars,
And he
there's
can
no
do that.
tertiary. That's just the nigga with a basketball.
I'm justifying what Swiper said. Like, don't get mad at me.
That's all that is, bro. That's all that is, bro.
I'm just saying.
My question would be to Mars, because you're a logical person. How many times will Cam Johnson be a tertiary ball handler in a game? I just want to know that. How many times?
For the Nuggets? Maybe like once a half.
Is it so? That's not significant to say we got a tertiary ball handler from Michael Porter Jr. to Cam Johnson. That's all I was making an argument about the last week. Was that it's not significant to bring it up?
Swiper still cooked you, but
no, he didn't cook shit.
Is Cam Johnson better than Nicholas Batum?
That's not my answer. I already said no.
I need for Penn because Penn still hasn't answered.
No.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Yes.
Is Cam Johnson better than Shane Battier?
Yes.
No,
Man, bro, send him to hell. Right. If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
Hell no.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm not high on Shane Battier garbage ass shit he used to do with the Rockets. But
this is the problem.
Go ahead, P. You can have it. I ain't hard on Shane Battier.
This is the problem, right?
To do with the Rockets.
Y'all remember Cam Johnson as like the 4th option or 5th option on the Phoenix Suns team that made the finals. So y'all think about it like that.
He hasn't played since then.
But he has. And he has quietly developed a much better handle. He is a really reasonable defender. No, he's not on the level of a prime, Nicholas Batum. No, he's not on the level of right now on the prime Trevor Ariza, but he's the best shooter in this group by a really large margin. And I think that he might be one
knock that joint down, though. I ain't gonna lie. And Battier in that corner, shit.
But that's the difference, Jordan. That's what I'm talking about. Like the way you talking about Cam Johnson, he's not a 3-and-D dude, yo. He's not just a guy who runs in transition. He is a really dynamic, complete basketball player.
Penn, I agree with you about him not being on 3-and-D dude on the Brooklyn Nets, but on the Denver Nuggets.
Well, fuck. I
But
don't
on
care
the
about
Denver Nuggets,
I don't
he's
care if
probably
it's one
going
of
to
the-
be that. Just because, regardless of whether y'all think that's not his skill set or he can do more, it's not about that sometimes. It's about championship basketball. And sometimes championship basketball is playing a role. Everybody wish they can do more when they're on the team. Everybody wish, I can do a little bit more than this. The problem with that is when you're playing on a team like the Denver Nuggets, they don't need you to do that. Like, that's been the conversation. Like, I think Cam Newton brought that up when he's talking about Jalen Hurts. We don't need Jalen Hurts to be great for the Eagles to win a Super Bowl. You don't need Cam Johnson to be this dynamic player for the Nuggets to win a championship. You don't need that. So when y'all bring it up, it's almost like, oh wait, they're not gonna show his skill set, and it's like, if somebody get hurt, yeah, but necessarily when their core is together, he's there to be he's there to be a complementary piece. That's all it is. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to say I'm low on him. It's not about that. It's just I understand team and roster construction, and that's just you're going to be your role, and it's nothing. No knocking
this is the thing. Like we want different things out of like a third option, fourth option, whatever. Let me clarify my point. If I'm asking Cameron Johnson and Nick Batum to be my second option or first option, I'll take Nick Batum. But if I want one of these guys to be my fourth option, I will take Cam Johnson. I think
that's a
Nicholas Batum being disrespected here, but
that's a funny way to frame argument though, Penn, because like that's like
that's what he tried to do with Jalen Brown and Derek White.
Yeah, that's a funny way to frame argument. Debate. Like I don't know. It's like
last year.
Didn't Jordan pay Nick Batum $100 million? Nick Batum was like at one
Portland played him 80. Portland played him like 80.
Yeah, Nick Batum also took Kwame Brown number one. So let's
Nick Batum was pretty good at one point. Like he was a really good
Nick Batum is like the definition of a tertiary ball handler. Like he can actually initiate offense. Like he can do that.
Batum might be a secondary ball handler for real.
No, he was a secondary ball handler.
Nick Batum was push that fast break too.
But here's the thing. I'm saying
Nick Batum was the second coming of Manu Ginobili, Boris Diaw, them type of players. I'm not saying he was better. I'm just saying when Ginobili introduced that to basketball in the NBA, they started to try to get more players like that at the forward position.
The wings who could do a little bit of everything. He was a jack of all trades.
That's all I'm saying.
Nick Batum do anything you need.
Bigger name. Batum is a bigger name.
He still does it today.
Yeah,
just for like 11 minutes.
Nick Batum was ultimately. To your point, Ken,
Nick Batum might still be better than Cam Johnson to this day.
I didn't want to say.
I will.
Honestly, there's so many things we need to shut up next year, and this Cameron Johnson disrespect definitely one of them.
This Nicholas Batum disrespect needs to be stopped. Throwback Thursday, I might need to put on the Nicholas Batum game.
Yeah, facts. I'm fucking Mars. I'm pulling out Nick Batum field. Fuck it, let's go.
Jordan, you still never sent me your game, Jordan.
I'll send it to you tonight. I got you tonight.
All right, cool. Also, too. First off, I can't wait to do playbacks on the Denver Nuggets this next year because it's going to be so much agendas and things that we just really got to
put that on the bulletin board. We need to see tertiary ball handling and Bruce Brown alley-oops. That's what we need to see.
Second off, you guys already heard it from Mars. You know, Throwback Thursday wasn't just a one-time thing last Thursday. Every single Thursday, all the way up into the season, you guys know where to come and find hoops. Right here on Playback. In the Players' Choice room, we will be turning the clocks back and watching a throwback game. I wish I could tell you guys what game we're watching this Thursday, but you just going to have to pull up and see for yourself. Also, as if Thursday isn't going to be a good day, Friday is going to get even better. Starting this Friday, August 1st, we will be introducing Total Chat Live, TCL style, for every Friday in August. You know what this means, y'all? This means essentially, the chat is going to dictate what we talk about for all 3 hours. Super chats will take priority. The live chat will also be monitored for topics. But even aside from that, the day before on Thursday, we're going to make a community post where you guys can go to that community post and submit all the topics you want us to talk about. Also on our Instagram, we'll post a story. You can you can reply to that Instagram story and give us the topics that you want us to talk about. The show will be dictated and the show will flow based on the submissions that you guys enter and also based on the highest donations and super chats. So Friday, be here on time, have your topics ready, and we're going to have a hell of a show. As for today, fellas, it is about that time to go ahead and, get into this top 100 list and really polish it off. So, fellas, we obviously have our 100. Yep. Now, is there corrections that you guys want to make?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get into that.
You know where Penn's going with this. I already know.
He does not have my vote. He does not have my vote.
We can start
at number 50.
52.
Oh, sorry.
We can whoa, Ron. We
Whoa.
keep going, Ron.
Ron,
Keep
I
going.
just disagree. Take TJ
Keep
McConnell
going.
off the list. He had a good playoffs, but take him off the
Yeah,
list.
Start
we
right-
got
start right
to
there,
start
Rob.
from the
Up,
top. We got to start from the top.
Okay, James is 6.
What about it?
I don't think James was the 6th best player. We gotta move James down.
You're gonna use one of your
All right,
votes for this?
We gonna move AD and LeBron down, but
This is the thing. You guys have unlimited proposals that you can make. It just
Damn.
has to get
Unlimited?
voted on. Well,
Scotty
I mean,
at 1.
you
Scotty
only are
at
allowed to
2,
get 3
Scotty at
accepted.
3,
So
Scotty
one-
at 4.
you
Scotty
gotta
at
you gotta
5.
start throwing out nonsense, and then you can only use 3 good ones. Basically, you're gonna get punished for
Unlimited
being
is funny,
accurate.
man.
I was-
Unlimited.
I was-
You know
Make
how
all the
long
proposals.
we gonna be
It doesn't.
Okay.
I
unlimited?
mean, yeah,
So-
well, then make logical proposals. So we can get you 3 out the way.
Yo, Ron, I got 51 ideas. I'm gonna start in a logical place. Scotty Barnes at number 1. Do I have a vote?
Oh my God, hell no.
Look.
Scotty
My
Barnes
vote
at
is with
number
pen.
2.
My vote is with pen. My vote is with pen.
Hey, we
Shit,
are gonna-
no.
Oh, okay.
We are
You
You
gonna
vote
go
as a
around the
block?
room.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go
Please
around
don't
the room.
embarrass us like that.
Do you
Yo.
guys already know what you have?
Yeah, I know.
Jordan, Ox, Mars, Chill. Do you guys already know what you want to do?
I know one. Take TJ McConnell off the list. Like, why are we having him on
You
the
guys
table?
are focused on the 90s too much. Like, when this list goes out,
Yeah, he
people
too
are-
close.
people are only- when this
Hang on.
list comes out, people are only gonna look at the top 25.
Content,
No one's gonna be like, he's at 87 and he's at 91. Like,
you're wrong.
no one's gonna
With
be
You're,
like,
Embiid and
wrong.
TJ
You are
McConnell, you
wrong
will?
as hell. Mars.
nah, let
nobody-
Embiid stay at 100.
Mars,
Come on, man.
nobody will care if TJ McConnell is at 99. You know who they will care if someone's at 99? Joel Embiid.
He's at
Then they will
100.
care. Yeah,
He's
I
at
understand. So that's my point. If you want this list to go as viral as I expect you want it to go, it actually helps to put people like Joel Embiid.
You shooting to go viral. That's your problem. Can we just make the
I'm
list?
shooting for Scotty Barnes respect. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
All right,
my
so-
primary
all right,
goal.
so-
Fifty-two
look,
Where
is
do you
what's
think he
fair.
goes?
Chill. I'm gonna start with you. All right, I'm gonna start at 100 or wherever you want me to
Oh
start.
my god,
and
I
then we're just gonna
forgot
work
Men
our way up.
Thompson's 38. Oh my god.
You think that's too high?
Seeing the names that came after? Yes.
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard being 91 is dumb.
Zion
given
still
the
can't make this
criteria.
list.
It's
That's
not
crazy.
that dumb, Jordan.
That right there, Ron. That fucking
Which
Kawhi
one?
Leonard at 91. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I just can't.
You only played
Regardless.
36 games though.
I know that. But
I hate
it's
that.
just when I see him at 91, that shit is making me nuts. I just
Well,
can't
that's
handle
the point,
it. Oh my
Chill.
God.
It's supposed to make you nuts. It's supposed
No,
to
it's
make
meant
you
to be
mad.
us displaying elite ball knowledge, but we
Yeah.
failed. Miserably.
I mean, just take Joel Embiid off the list. To be honest,
But we're
with you.
counting playoffs too, by the way. We
I'm
are
all
counting
for
playoffs.
I'd much rather-
replacing Joel Embiid with Bronny. I tried to do that yesterday.
Oh
but
my
no.
God,
much-
hell no!
Who's
I know
going
you was
first?
going there.
Who gets the first? Who
Chill,
gets the first?
chill. On you first. We're not.
How
so
Bronny
Ron,
gonna listen? No,
what,
every
what
time.
I'd like to do.
Nobody
what,
can
what
get
I'd like
removed
to
from the
do.
list. Or this
Okay.
100 is locked.
See,
Zach-
that's what I'm saying. See, so if that's the
So
case,
Asar's
if he
just
can't get-
cooked.
if he can't get removed, then he's got to get moved up. Kawhi Leonard at 91 is not.
Yeah, if he can't get removed,
just-
then
You
you
ain't got my vote.
Okay.
I'm
Make
all
a
for
point.
moving Kawhi down.
Leonard at 91 is not going to work. I just can't.
All right, so
handle it.
where would you like him to go?
He was better
above
than Devin
Russell
Vassell,
Westbrook.
even though he only played 36
Yo,
games.
Vucevic
Stop
about to
when you
get
see a
waived.
player better than Kawhi.
Y'all realize Vucevic about to get waived?
Yeah, because they can't trade
Collins, RJ Barrett,
Yeah.
Miles Turner,
He's the
Keep
84th
going,
best
keep
player in the
going.
league.
No,
apparently.
keep
Oh,
going,
come
chill.
on
Don't put
now.
Kawhi
Yeah.
Leonard in that company.
Yeah, he was better than Bradley Beal. He's better than Malik
He better than every
Beasley.
single last one of them players
No,
we going
chill.
over right now.
Yeah.
Games played has to
I know
matter
that.
here.
Yeah, I know
We
that.
got Anthony Davis at 5. We got Anthony Davis at 5.
Oh my God.
We got Chet in the top 30. So
Ain't no way
well, then
DeMar
move- then
DeRozan is
move
the
him- then move
51st
him
best
down.
player in the NBA. Y'all damn mind.
he was better than Scotty Barnes too. He was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
All right, where you want to?
Pin, that's
Denny,
crazy.
Yeah, that's
Denny,
crazy. Pin.
Austin Reeves, he was better than him. OG, John
Jack
Moran, he was better
Levine,
than
Fox,
him too.
Jalen Brown, he
Oh
better
my
than every single
God.
last Jimmy.
Hero,
All right, so
Damn.
if we're not accounting games
Ben
played,
Thompson, he was
then
better
we got to
than him.
change the whole list.
Exactly.
If all of a sudden now we're not talking about games.
See, that's
played,
what I'm talking about,
Yo.
Ox. Because I don't want him. My issue is here's my issue, Ox. My issue is I would rather not have him on the list at all if
Yeah,
we're doing that.
Because chill, you're trying to be comfortable. This ain't about being comfortable. This is about telling the truth and making a list. Kawhi Leonard played 36 games. It's no way 36 games can be
37.
as impactful. Kawhi Leonard played 36 games. There's no way that those 36 games can be as impactful as somebody like is Kawhi Leonard. Who is Kawhi Leonard? Think of somebody that played 76 games. Is Kawhi Leonard? Is Kawhi Leonard 40 games better than that person? You know what I'm saying? Like
No.
that's all right.
You could have played. You could have played.
That's what
Yes,
I'm trying
but
to say.
he
Like,
is 40 games better than Zach Edey.
All right, okay,
right?
relax, Pin. Like, so what I'm saying, chill. It's like I think we have to gauge it like that has to matter. We're talking about who played
Can we
the
add
best
playoff games with it too, though, Ox?
No,
we
playoff
add
games is added with it.
You can. He played
doing
44 if you include.
we were doing that. So that's still only 44. So I'm like, you can't tell me that Kawhi Leonard played better than.
Then how was Wemby
Let's
number
say,
8?
look,
All right,
And-
fellas. This
that's
what we gonna
that's the thing too. Then
because if I don't do this, we're just gonna talk in circles, and everybody's gonna get mad about the criteria and all of this. So the list is already set. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go by the tens. If it's something you want to change in the top 10, make your proposal. If not, we'll move to the next 10.
Okay.
So chill. In this top 10, let me go ahead and shrink this down a little bit. In this top 10, is it anything you want to change?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell should be in the top 10.
Oh man,
Does not have my vote.
not mine neither. But y'all knew that already.
For who?
Yeah,
And where at?
that wasn't gonna happen.
Luka.
Absolutely does not have my vote. Absolutely does not have my
Chill,
vote.
cooking. Chill, you might be cooking.
Yeah, he did a
You talking
good
about-
job.
you
He's gonna
talking
get,
about
you
Hookah
on
Doncic?
side. Yeah, that's
So
smart.
it's six
You
of us
talking
up
about
here.
Hookah
In order
Fluka?
to get something passed, you will have to get 4 votes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody in favor of Donovan Mitchell for Luka Doncic?
We talking about not cooking the list. We about to have a
1,
top 10
2.
without Luka Doncic in it. I just want to make sure that.
I mean, we're not, but
You got a top-
1,
you
2,
got a top
10. Do
50
you agree
without
with
Kawhi
that?
Leonard in it, so.
Donovan Mitchell over
That's fine.
Luka.
Why not over Wemby?
I mean, yeah, but no.
Why not
Like,
over Anthony Davis?
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
like there's certain players that you just for the sake of not being incredibly disrespected, you probably shouldn't have outside the top 10, regardless of what your criteria is and how smart you think you are, because you're being creative and being like, you showing Donovan Mitchell love. Bro, a top 10 list without Luka Doncic, and you're including the playoffs, in which he was pretty good, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
My vote is going to
I
be to
can't.
move Luka up. So you
yeah,
guys
I
can
don't-
vote to put Donovan Mitchell in there. I'm going to vote to put Luka right back in the top 10. So,
All right. Well, that
that's
was veto, chill. So we're gonna keep it
Okay.
pushing. Ox, do you have anything in the top 10 that you would like to change?
Mm-hmm.
You muted, Ox.
yeah, my bad. Yes, I would like to switch Giannis and Nikola Jokic.
Yeah,
Just
you're not
straight-
getting
just-
you're not
just
getting
straight-
votes
just-
for that.
just
I'm
straight-
here for
just
it.
Straight, just straight flip-flop. Just
I'm
Yeah,
here for
yeah,
it. I
I'm
know.
here for
I'm
it.
here for it. I'm here for it.
What?
Just straight,
Didn't you say you were
flip-flop
voting with
Giannis
me?
and Nikola Jokic.
You're on the Scotty Barnes thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my vote was with you for that, but we didn't get it passed, unfortunately.
Okay. I do not agree with that at all. That's
Okay.
insane.
No vote from
I got no problem. Giannis 1, Jokic 3. I ain't got no problem.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta disagree with that too.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, who's next?
Jordan.
Is it me? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's on you, Jordan.
My vote is to take Wemby out of the top 10.
Oh my goodness.
You don't have my vote. Wait, for who? Replace him with who?
I gotta see the rest of the list. I can't see. Go down a little bit, Ron. At least top 15.
Well, hold on,
Donovan
though.
Mitchell. I could put Donovan Mitchell in there.
No, you ain't got my vote. No.
I could put Donovan Mitchell.
If
in
you
there.
would have said Steph, you would have my vote, but you ain't.
The biggest
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell hater talking
So-
about moving
so
him
Jordan-
up.
Damn, I might
if you would have
Hey.
said Steph, I could have voted.
Jordan,
Alright.
it wouldn't be a flip. Like you can't say Wemby for Mobley or Wemby for Cat. It'd be you essentially moving Wemby down. So like,
I would want to move him down, like because if that's
So
the
I can
case,
only move Wemby down and then everyone goes up 1?
Yeah.
Okay. I got something controversial that I want to present.
because I just don't see how we got Wemby in there and we can't put Kawhi or we can't put other guys in there.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, you could propose to move somebody up, or you can move Wemby down to where you think he belongs.
Okay, Ron, scroll up for a sec. I would like to move the
Hold
player
on,
who is
Pin, hold
We ain't
on.
even
It's
voted on
Jordan.
Jordan's proposal. I'm not agreeing to the proposal. But
Okay. So I have Ron, I have to pick who Wemby should go down for.
Yeah. So if you say I want to put Wemby below Steph, then that's what we will vote on.
I will put Wemby below Steph. Yes.
Wemby below Steph.
Yeah.
So Brunson goes into the top 10.
But we can vote that Steph Curry go in the top 10 and not Brunson.
Who? I mean, that'd have to be
Or
another
Donovan.
proposal.
Right,
But
right, right.
Who's in favor of Wemby falling below Steph? That's Ox. That's Jordan. That's Chill.
Oh, they did it. Okay, that's fine.
That's you too, Pin?
And Mars too,
Yeah.
by the way. But he's not going.
Yes, we are we're including playoffs.
If we do this and we don't manage to get them both back into the top 10, then we still cook the list. So it doesn't.
All right.
Well, you got to do the first things first, Morris.
Wemby
Yeah, like
below Steph.
I'm fine with the plan. I just think this is going to end up with us having Steph and Wemby outside the top 10, which is going to look ridiculous.
Mhm.
But we'll see.
Gotta
Okay.
have faith, brother. We'll make it happen.
Because I'm not using my
Damn,
vote.
Ron,
to
that
get
must be
higher
a
than
pain
I
in the
can.
ass to do all of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, Mars. What you want to do with the top 10?
Mars, you hated James at 6.
You had to move
like,
Anthony
you almost-
Davis
I
off of there.
hate
You
James
almost
at
jumped-
6 and I hate Anthony Davis at 5. But if I say I want Luka at 5, it's not going to get the votes. So I know what I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
about.
I'll vote for that.
There's another
You
You
player.
got my vote, Mars.
I know I don't have Ox's vote and I know I don't have Chill's vote. So I already know that's not going to happen.
Mars.
And I don't know how Penn feels about that. So I'm not
There-
wasting a proposal.
So find out.
There is a player.
No, I'm not wasting a proposal. on
Mars.
that, no.
There is a player that is currently sitting at 16 or 17 that could easily be top 5 if we include the playoffs.
Here we go.
And his
Use
name is
your
Tyrese
vote.
Halliburton.
Use your vote.
I'm
Use your vote for
not
that, Pin.
I'm not putting Tyrese Halliburton in the top 5. No, I don't agree with that sentiment. The top 5 to me should be Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Tatum, and Luka. But Luka's I vote to move Luka above Anthony Davis.
All in favor? Raise your hand.
Nah.
Yeah, Luke in front of Anthony Davis. Yes.
In front of
Davis
Anthony
played enough.
Davis.
Based on
Uh,
last season.
If you know
If
what,
you include
Mars?
the playoffs, he played more games than AD. Just point out.
I'm gonna say yes.
So Luka played 50 games last year.
AD played 51, but if you include the playoffs, Luka played 55.
I'm
AD
gonna
did
say
not.
yes.
Because
That is fair.
So
I don't think either one of them should be top 5.
Shit, one of them got to be top
I'm gonna
5.
say yes.
Why?
one of them's clearly more egregious to be in the top 5.
Why is Anthony Edwards not top 5 then? I make a way
Because I
better
think
case
Luka,
for him.
because I think Luka at 9 is ridiculous. And I think most people, when they look at this list and they see the top 5 NBA players of Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Tatum, and Luka, they can be like, "That's fair." Whereas if they see the top 10, and they have Luka at 9, they're not going to think that's
Mars, you got my vote.
Yeah.
Even in those 55 games, and even though Luka wasn't 2024 Luka still was balling out last year.
I don't
And,
think
and when he turned it on, late in the season,
move down.
it was going down.
No,
And,
like-
and before he went down playing with the Mavericks, Luka was balling.
Lying to the people so that y'all because y'all scared of backlash from.
Well,
other-
I
other
actually
people.
voted for Luka at 5 when we did the list initially. So I'm not lying to anyone. When we did this, I had Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Tatum, and Luka as my 5, and Wemby as my 6. I watched
Luka
the video
played in the
yesterday.
playoffs, and he
I
played
think I
more
voted
games.
Anthony Davis 5. No, I'm
You
sticking with my
did.
vote.
Yeah, you did.
I voted
vote
Anthony Davis at 5.
'cause
I'm not
I
coming
vehemently
off my vote.
disagreed. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not coming off my vote. I voted Anthony Davis at 5. I'm sorry.
Damn, chill. You can come off of it. It's cool.
No,
All right,
I'm
so
gonna stick with Anthony Davis.
all in favor of Luka moving up past Anthony Davis.
Still got 4, yeah.
All right.
If Ron's the 4th, yeah.
I'm
Ron's
with it.
fourth,
I'm with it.
Penn said, yeah.
Hey, I think we've got a good top 5. Good work, guys.
Okay.
I now have 2 proposals left.
All right. Mars got one off. Who did the Wemby? That was you, Jordan?
Yeah.
All right. Mars and Jordan have both used up.
Please get Steph and Wemby back
correction.
into this top
Mars,
10.
remember, you have unlimited proposals. It's the correction. So if
I
a
know.
move is made, then it's a correction. So Jordan and Mars, you both have used up one of your corrections. But hey, that's what the list look like right now. Penn, is there anything you want to do in the top 10?
There's so many things I want to do with the top 10. Okay. I got to get Tyrese Halliburton in here.
You ain't got my vote. I can
Yeah.
assure you, you haven't got my vote.
It's an uphill battle for you, but come
Why?
on, let's go.
Because I
Just
don't
make
think
your-
he's
make
one of
your
the 10
proposal,
best players
please.
in the world. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
just letting you know
care.
you don't have my vote. You don't have my
I
vote.
don't care if he's one of the 10 best players in the world. I'm caring if he was one of the 10 best players last season. If we
Yeah, you
accomplish,
don't have my vote.
if
I'm
we
just letting you know.
account for everything he did in the playoffs and the regular season, getting that team to the finals is about as great an accomplishment as LeBron getting the Cavs to the finals in
I
2007.
disagree with you wholeheartedly.
Where do you want him though, Pin? Like,
But
let's
yeah, you
top
can
10.
propose it. I'm just letting you know
Somewhere.
you don't have my vote, but you can get the other 4.
make your
don't
proposal,
have
Pin.
him.
Let's see. Let's talk to us. Where you want him?
Show me the list for a second. I want him above Kevin Durant.
Who are we talking about? Tyrese Halliburton?
Yeah, versus Kevin Durant, who was in the lottery. If we're counting playoff value, I don't care, yo. Mars, why are you talking about like it's egregious? Are you trying to tell me the Indiana Pacers are the first team?
We're about to have a list
So you
that has
got-
Tyrese
okay, you think-
Halliburton
Pin,
above
you
Kevin
think-
Durant.
You think
Who cares? Okay, Mars,
so
name
Pin, you
another
think
name
Anthony-
another
you
NBA
think
Finals
Tyrese
team that
Halliburton's better
didn't
than
have a
Anthony
top
Edwards?
10 player. Go ahead. Who's another NBA Finals team that didn't have a top 10 player? Even if you talk about those weak ass
The
Jason
Miami
Kidd Nets,
Heat.
Jimmy Butler
Huh?
was a top 10 player.
Jimmy
That's
Butler
understandable.
was a top 10
I
player
don't-
if
Yes,
you
he
account
was.
for playoff value, which
I
again,
don't
in the
100%
regular
was a
season,
top
maybe
10
Jimmy
player.
top 15, but in the playoffs, he top 5.
Jimmy Butler was a
I
top
don't
10
agree.
player.
I mean,
They
even
don't
if
make
y'all
it out of the
disagree with
second
Mars,
round without Tyrese
still the Indiana
Halliburton, yo.
Pacers are the first team in
That's
NBA
great.
history.
They
without
wasn't
a
gonna go
top
out of
10
second
player
round
to
without
make the
Pascal
finals, so
Siakam.
same
That
shit.
doesn't mean anything to me.
I'm thinking
But
about
yeah,
that,
if
Jordan.
you
I don't
guys
think
want,
that
you
there
guys
was a,
want to put him above KD, go for it.
No,
not
because
doing
he's
it.
not better than
No,
Anthony
I'm not.
Edwards.
Yeah, I'm not.
So you
doing
couldn't
Then,
put him
then
above
don't vote
KD.
on it. Like, my vote is no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
You know what? I just
To
I
your
just
point,
realized
Jordan. Yes,
y'all-
I
y'all
don't ever remember
value-
a team that went to the NBA Finals without a top 10 player. I don't ever
Yeah,
remember
except for
that.
the Indiana Pacers, and then that's history being made. No problem.
If you guys think Jimmy Butler was a top 10 player in 2020, then I guess good for you. But I don't know how you guys.
In 2023, I think he was a top 10 player.
I never said
Yes, I do think
2023. I
that.
said 2020.
Pin, I
Well, I'm
wanna-
saying
I-
2023. That year they
Yeah, but he went to the
NBA
finals twice. So one of them years, I'm right. Am I not? Unless you think he was a top 10 player in 2020. I said the
In
Miami Heat. I never
2020.
said the 2023 Heat. I said the Miami Heat. One of those years, I don't think he was top 10. In
Well, which
2020,
one of those years was it?
In my opinion, it could be both, but in one of them, it guaranteed. In my opinion, 2020, Jimmy Butler was not a top 10 player on the planet. I don't think he was. But if you guys think he was, I'm just curious. Let me know.
I don't know.
Was he better
Pin,
than
I
James
will- I
Harden
will
that
say-
year?
I
Was
will
he better
say-
than Dame that year? Was he better than
Tyrese
Giannis that
played
year? Was he better than Luka that
73
year?
games last
LeBron.
year, yo.
Was he better than LeBron that year?
Y'all putting
better than
him
those guys?
under
Pin,
players.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, Pin. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to vote for him above KD at that spot because I see a couple other players behind him. But I really don't hate where you're
Why
coming
not?
from. I really don't because I see
He
other
was-
players that are behind that I'm like, nah, he's probably not better than him. So that's my issue.
Okay, let me make the case. 73 games played, which is easily more than a lot of guys you got in the top 10. So he was available. Okay, may not be the greatest defender, but he participates. I will say this, super efficient. I was glazing Anthony Edwards for being damn near 40% on high volume. Tyrese was 38.8. Funky shot release aside.
39.
Damn near 50. The way we look at it.
You're
Now-
not wrong. You're not wrong.
He was third team All NBA. So it's not egregious to put him top 10 because he was third team All NBA. And an All NBA is a regular season award. But what this dude did in the playoffs, when it counted the most, even though, yeah, sure, the numbers dipped a little bit and scoring wasn't crazy, and he didn't play a lot of minutes. That's the difference. He has great backups. So he doesn't play 38, 39 minutes like some of these other guys. So the numbers aren't as gaudy. But when you actually break it down, to put up 18 points in like 32, 33 minutes is pretty impressive. So I just think because he doesn't play as many minutes, maybe they look at it as, well, you know, he's not that great. But I think he's plenty great. And I think he is easily a top 3 passer. I think he was one of the best performers in the playoffs. I think he's one of the smartest players in the NBA. And I think he's a very underrated shooter. So yeah.
Pin, what if you shoot two spots lower, like right behind in between Brunson and Anthony Edwards?
I'll go as high
I
as
don't
Ant.
think he had a better season. I
I'll
think he had
go-
a better season.
I'll go Hallie over Ant. You got my vote. I'm gonna keep.
He don't got
KD
my
out of
vote for Hallie over
this.
Ant.
You got my vote there.
If you were to go right behind Ant, pin my hand to go up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, well, it's progress, so I'll settle for it. If that's what I got to do to get the vote, and y'all not going to give it over KD, that's
I'm just being honest. It's not KD. It's Ant. I'm telling you right now. I would go Ant, Hallie, KD. But it's set up how it is. I can't put Hallie over.
I agree
Ant.
with that.
I could put him over KD. I can't put him over Ant.
I agree with that. I don't think KD had a great season by any means. He had a good season. You know, he didn't have a great KD.
He damn near had a great season. I ain't gonna lie.
No, KD played well. It's just
Yeah.
you know Tyrese played a lot more games when you include the playoffs. And
Yeah.
he they went to the finals and he was pivotal in that. So, you know, I don't think he's a better basketball player, but we're talking.
I
about
guess
this
the
last
conference finals MVP just gets no love. It's just Tyrese Halliburton, I guess.
Okay.
Pascal, huh?
We'll
I guess.
get
There's
to
no one-
Pascal. But look though, Penn. We got to move along. So what you want to do?
I want to move him as high as y'all will let him.
Penn, you got to
Give
make
us
a
a number.
proposal.
Okay.
Come
Move
on.
him to 12.
Move him to 12. So Halliburton above Wemby.
Yep.
That's fine.
You got my vote.
Yeah, you got mine too.
Everybody's
I'm down for that.
Yep.
all right. Tyrese Halliburton. Chill. You don't agree with that?
Hell no. No.
What are we
So
doing
the
here,
guy
Phil?
the guy that does the
We got four, it
availability is
don't
the
matter.
best ability.
He got 4 anyway, though.
Do
It don't matter.
yeah,
He
I know,
already
but I'm
made
just
it.
saying,
Yeah, we
like-
don't need a unanimous vote. He already made it.
all right.
Chill, he damn near played 90 games.
Yeah,
Hallie moved up.
I get
Yo,
that.
Penn.
But then there's the exception.
Well,
And Wemby was the exception last year with 55.
You can't be that much better than someone and end up at 13. It's just,
No.
I guess.
all right. Here we go, though, y'all. It is the crunch time chat segment. So I'm going to read off these chats for the next 10, 15 minutes and see what the people have to say about, well, what we had to say. Hunter TV said, I'm with Penn on this one. We've seen Ant improve year over year and in the playoff series. Hold his own or straight up outplay superstars like KD, Booker, Jokic, LeBron, and Luka while being the best defender out of those three by a mile.
I don't think he
I
outplayed
do
Jokic.
not think he played better than Jokic in that series, but
No,
I don't think it
he
matters.
outplayed Jokic.
Yeah. Swiper messaged me. He said, remind them that Ant didn't play great in series 2 or 3. Curry was killing Houston and had 2 stinkers. Okay.
What?
Swiper. On Thursday, you'll get a chance to come up here and make your corrections.
What's that got to do with Ant?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Dogio Goat said Ant just needs to learn to make the right pass. It'll make it easier for him to score. Imagine if Ant got better in the pick and roll. Do y'all agree?
I think he's
Yes.
been making the right pass, though. I think
He's gonna get better.
improved at it. I don't.
Mhm.
You know, I think he's definitely improved. I don't see why we want to make it a knock on Ant. But whatever. Are players allowed to improve?
Yes,
Nah.
they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Tupac Westside said, morning, gentlemen. Do you guys think LA should trade for Matisse Thybulle and Robert Williams? Williams is injury prone, but I'm fine with the move as long as we still have Hayes and Koloko as backup bigs.
I just
What
want
do
to
you
make
give
sure that
up?
I'm not losing my mind, Jordan. Did the Trailblazers not just give them DeAndre Ayton?
Well, no, they
Yeah,
waived
literally.
Andre, and they didn't give
Right.
them.
Yeah,
The
but-
Well,
Lakers-
they gave the NBA a gift and waived him.
But
So
they want to
who
go
wants
back
him?
for more. You know what I mean? They want to
And
go back.
right,
for
and
more.
now y'all think that the Lakers are going to call up the Trailblazers and go, "Yo, how about you hand over Robert Williams too?"
And Matisse Thybulle. You know what I would say if
And
I was a
Matisse
Blazers?
Thybulle.
Hand over
Just
Bronny
double
James.
dipping.
You think DeAndre Ayton's a gift?
No,
I would
Yes,
just
I
say
do.
hand over Bronny
in a
James.
con-
I thi-
in-
I
in
think
a con-
he's-
You
in
can
a-
have him.
in a-
I
in a-
think
in a
he's like
contract
chlamydia.
year-
What?
In a contract year, yeah, he wilded out. with that.
What?
In a contract year, I think he's going to be
Yikes.
great.
Did he just call DeAndre Ayton chlamydia?
I
Yes,
did.
Called
he
him an
did.
STD.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
He called him an STD. He 100%.
He called him
That
a
wasn't
stinker.
very nice, King.
Yeah, he just called him an
Pen,
STD.
what? Wait, all right,
Hey,
Pen,
so
what's
with
the
the-
reference to that?
The reference is, I think he's toxic for your culture. I don't think he's a good basketball player for a winning organization. And I think Luka and LeBron are going to hate playing with him.
Even though
All
he
right,
was a
but
starting
I'm
five
trying
man on
to
a team
say,
that went to the
but how
NBA
is that
Finals.
like?
He was
how
the
is
starting
that like-
five man on that crew.
I don't
Hold
Hold on,
Yeah.
chill. Hold on.
People
hold on, hold on,
change.
chill.
Chill.
He was the starting five man on a team that won 64 games. He was the starting five man on that team. Ben, don't tell me that this dude is toxic to win it. No, he isn't.
All right, but
Yeah,
hold
he
on,
is.
chill.
It's
Hold
not
on,
true.
chill. I'm trying to figure out like what
Monty
part
Williams.
of chlamydia plays into this?
I don't know. I picked one. I was
Yo.
gonna call him herpes.
Yo.
I don't care.
All right, y'all.
I think
Understandable.
Ron.
Understandable.
Oh.
What's good?
What's up? Y'all finna start hating on DeAndre Ayton, and I get it. That's not what I'm up here to do. I just wanted to say I vehemently disagree with Mars and anybody that thinks that Luka was better than Anthony Edwards last year. That is just completely wrong. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion. Ant was better in the regular season because he played more games. They played in the playoff series against each other, and Ant was the better player there as well. So how was Ant not better than Luka last year? If we're basing the list off last year, Ant should 1,000% be ahead of Luka.
Hey, well, real talk. My thing is, I got another proposal, so that's my nether proposal. So it's okay. It's gonna get fixed. You got to be patient sometimes.
Well, I mean, real talk. Are you
You
saying
might,
the move?
you might not
are
get
you
the
saying
votes, Jordan.
Anthony Edwards above Luka?
Absolutely.
I said it last year too, but I'm just saying, you got to be patient.
I'm fine with that proposal. It just keeps moving Anthony Davis down the list. I have no problem with that. You
All
got my
right.
vote. Anthony Davis should not be close to the top 5. So
All
yeah,
right,
move Anthony Edwards up.
So look,
Perfectly fine with that.
who's all in favor of Ant moving from 9 to 5 above Luka?
Facts.
That was what I wanted to begin with.
There we go. Now we moved AD down to 7. Perfect.
All right, Anthony Edwards, you are now top 5.
See, real talk. You ain't have to come over here. You ain't have to
Yeah,
come
he
over here
came
and
in
do all
disagreeing with me like he's not actively helping what I'm trying to get done. These two, 7 and 8, need to move down the list.
No,
I'm
you
getting it done.
was trying to get that little Luka prop off because you saw the list that everybody else had Luka top 5.
I
You want to make
voted for
Luka top 5?
I voted for Luka at 5 when we did the list the first time. Real talk. I watched the video.
I know, and I think you were wrong
Yeah,
as well.
so yeah, that's fine. So don't say it's because I'm watching people react on Twitter when this was the opinion I had when the list got made the first time. I had Luka 5, Wemby 6. That was my opinion at the time. So it's not anything to do with I'm reacting to how people are viewing the list.
Real talk.
No.
Real talk. You got you a spooky laugh going on. Do that thing again. Somebody close your eyes and let real talk laugh.
We've got Anthony Davis down to 7. We've got LeBron down to 8. We're getting closer to where they should be.
Everybody
All
got
right,
to
thank
close
you.
their eyes and let real talk
agree.
laugh in their
I gotta get back to these super chats though, y'all. We
So
got a couple
Mars is
more chats and then we
sacrificing.
gonna jump back
I see
into
what
the
Mars-
list.
I see what Mars is doing.
The next super chat I got is from MP13. MP said, I'm trying to figure out who you guys think MPJ is. He's flawed because he had all of those back surgeries. The second he takes more than 2 dribbles, that shit is gone. And he's not a willing passer.
Well, he's not supposed to be a willing passer on the Denver Nuggets team when they already have one. But you know, his role was to shoot those shots, and that's what he did, and he did them pretty damn good. Shot it at 50%. So what y'all be talking about shot creation? Like if he was the shot creator that y'all want to, we might be looking at fucking Kobe Bryant then, and fucking Michael Porter Jr. could be the shot creator. Like, bro, he averaged 20, 19 a game.
We'll be looking
50%.
at high school MPJ. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, but goddamn though, Mars, what more do you want from a guy as a third option? He scored 20 points a game.
Tertiary
pretty much.
ball handling. That's what I want. I want tertiary.
It just, we live in an era where everybody want to have it all. You can't have it all, goddamn it. He's the third option, and he's shooting 20 a game at 50%. God damn. What else do we want? What do you want from MPJ to be on as the third option? What do you want from him? That would be that's a serious question. If he had that ball handling, what would he be? Better than Jamal Murray?
No.
Then you gonna complain about Jamal Murray?
Yeah.
Then we gonna complain about Jamal Murray. Shit.
Okay, so let me complain about Jamal Murray then. Then I'm not complaining about MPJ. What the
Bruh,
They would just
he
they would
did
just
what he had to do for them to win the chip.
Nah,
Let's
he
just put
did.
it there.
He
Well, he
did.
actually wasn't that good in that final series, to be fair. But
Who you talking
I
about?
guess so.
Mars, who wasn't that
MPJ.
good? MPJ.
MPJ,
Yeah,
he wasn't that good in the finals, but they still won.
I'm just saying
And
though,
he
what
contributed.
more do we want from this guy, bro?
The things that MP13 said he can't do, he would like if MPJ could do them. It was quite obvious. He
So
can't
you want
dribble,
him to be
he can't pass. He
goddamn?
would like him to be able to do
You
that.
want MPJ to be goddamn the top 10 player in the NBA? Then, goddamn it,
Why not? Why can't he want that?
because he was the third option.
Why are we so stuck on this
He's the third
tertiary
option
stuff?
because of his flaws. Why can't he want him to be better?
Jordan, would you be happier if he was the quaternary?
I don't really give a shit about that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what that means, Ron. I don't. I don't even know what that means.
I don't
for
care
it.
about that. I just
No, I know
feel
what
like
quad means, but the quadnary, I don't know.
I just feel like bruh,
Quaternary. It's a
him
real word. I
averaging
promise.
20, and he said he wanted a bigger role. He said he felt like his career was plateauing in Denver, like it was staying the same. Meaning the things y'all don't think he can do, he think he can do it. Maybe he knows he can do
He
it.
was doing that in 2020 when it was in the bubble. He was like,
An
"Yo, y'all need to give me the ball
unnamed-
more." He's
an
actually in
unna-
So
press
that's what I'm
conferences saying
saying.
that.
An unnamed Brooklyn Nets executive said that they expect Michael Porter Jr. to be damn near a
To
scoring
lead the
champion
league in
this year.
scoring. Yes, the lead.
Okay.
But when
the
when I
Jordan
said it
Poole
on
stuff,
playback, everybody was lost their goddamn mind. But
No,
sure.
you said 26,
I'm
27.
still losing my mind.
Yeah,
MPJ ain't finna
26,
score nothing
27
I mean,
is
he
close
can
to
doable
30.
do
for
it.
Porter Jr.
Hey,
Why
look,
wouldn't that be doable?
MPJ's not
No,
finna
but that's
score
not
more than
leading the league
23
in scoring.
points.
That's
Look,
what I'm
Oh
saying.
no,
like-
no, but I'm just saying 26, 27 is what
The
I have.
Brooklyn Nets just keep doing this, and y'all keep falling for it. They will pick a guy every single year who is on a contract, and they will boost the shit out of his value by putting him in a role to succeed and having everybody else do the dirty work. They did it with Michael Porter Jr. They did it with Cameron Johnson, and they're going to do the same thing with Michael Porter Jr. right now. Every year, and everyone falls for it, and people trade a first-round pick for that player, and boom, watch next year, some contender going to be like, "Oh, Michael Porter Jr. That's the missing piece." They're going to forget everything about Denver. They're going to forget about everything about he can't dribble, he can't do this, he can't do that. And he'll just be a 25-point per game scorer.
And for MP13 for your super chat, all I'm saying is he obviously feel like he can do those things that y'all don't think he can do.
Who
He
cares?
said he felt like maybe that was his role. We do know some coaches and some GMs only give guys a 2 to 3 dribble limit. Maybe that's where he was at. Who knows? But he feel like he can do those things a little bit more.
Jordan, why does it matter what he thinks he can do? Like Jonathan Kuminga thinks he's the first option in Golden State. Why does that matter?
He don't think he's the first option. He just want to increase role.
Second option? Does
he
he
just
not?
wants an increased role. Jonathan Kuminga barely played.
Tertiary.
Oh, is he the tertiary option? My bad.
He just wants an increased role. That's all Jonathan Kuminga wants.
I'm better than the way y'all playing.
That's it. And I think a player would know that. I think a player would know that.
Jonathan Kuminga thinks he's a max player? You don't think Jalen Green thought he was a max player? You don't think
the players in his class? I think he thinks he's on a level like that. I don't think
there's a level of delusion. Be clear about one thing, Penn. There's a level of delusion with players. This is why they're great, but they're also realistic on some level. And Jonathan Kuminga does not think that he's Luka good or Jason Tatum. No, he doesn't think.
I don't think he's Luka,
but he
or
also
Tatum good.
But I'm confident that he thinks he's better than. Let's see. Where was Golden State
Brandon
last year?
Pajemski,
Where
Moses
was
Moody.
Golden State finished what, 7th? They finished 7th in the Western Conference.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so I'm better than the third guy on a 7th-place team in the conference. I'm better than that.
But he was coming off the
And
bench.
that's how y'all
Joe.
treating me.
But he was coming off the bench, Joe.
And that's the point. I'm
I mean,
better than that.
Chill and Penn. It's a little bit different though, coming from JK. I'm talking about from a guy like MPJ averaging damn near 20, shooting 50%. Why wouldn't he think he can do more?
I mean, I don't even disagree he can do more. I think he could do more too. But there's a reason to be cautiously optimistic or cautiously pessimistic because he's been way more open because of Jokic and Murray being such phenomenal passers. Now you playing without them, you don't necessarily have the skill set. Your efficiency could dip. Also, defenses can gang up on you. Also, your team just drafted 5 players who can't really shoot.
Efficiency will dip, but he's also 6'10".
I'm about to move on to the next super chat. It's still the crunch time chats. I want to get as many of these in as possible. Real D Moon said, "How is KD over Ant and Brunson? Totality of the season taken into account. If the Rockets got either of those two, would they be better or worse? No hate."
If they got Brunson, I think they'd be worse. And I don't know.
Should KD be over Ant Brunson?
He should be over Brunson.
I don't think so, Ron, because these guys both these guys had pretty deep playoff runs and they had really good regular seasons. I'm pretty sure both of them played more regular season games than maybe not Brunson.
Well, Brunson did because he just scraped 65, I think. So probably like 3 more than I'll check. Yeah, he played 3 more games than KD in the regular season.
Yeah, it's hard for me to find a way to put KD above both of those guys in this particular list. If we're talking about who's a better player, I can see it, but this is all about last season. I can't see how KD had a better season than and JB. I'm not seeing that.
All right, well, we'll get back to the list. Maybe that'll happen. The next one that I got is from Kareem, NY Kareem 2001. Said it's becoming more obvious that only Chill with Chill watches the games. Having Luka top 5 over Bron, AD, and Steph is an embarrassment to the sport.
I mean, the same people on Chill with Chill is on here right now. So
Yeah, and we both didn't vote for that. So keep cooking, Kareem.
We did not.
I mean, I guess so, but sure. Why do people just go on and just think you don't watch the game because my opinion is different from yours? What if I said you don't watch the damn game?
That's
Just
what you're
having-
meant to say. That's the response. That's the response you're meant to give. If they say
Yeah.
you don't watch the game, you're meant to say they don't watch the game. And you guys
I
are both
guess
meant to
so.
go in circles arguing about how actually I watch more games than you. Like, that's what you're meant to do.
Jordan,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
just
like
on the
silly.
you're not supposed to take the higher road, Jordan. You're supposed to go low too.
Yeah.
Like you didn't watch the game, you don't know
People-
ball.
yeah,
You
exactly,
never watch
like-
ball. You don't know shit. You, know,
You gotta
supposed
call them a
go low.
casual, say they don't know. Yeah, like that's what you're meant to
I
do.
guess so, but that shit is annoying because you disagree with my opinion. You don't watch the game.
Exactly.
All right,
yeah,
but we
that's how it
sat and
works.
watched the game on playback.
No,
we
you
don't
won't
watch
watch
the
it. You won't watch it. You won't watch it. You won't watch it.
It's
Like this dude,
goddamn.
like this dude, Luncho in the chat that said I admitted that I don't watch the Pacers. I don't watch the Pacers as much as I watch the Celtics. That didn't mean that I ain't watching the Pacers, but because you a goofball and you take one thing out of what I say, you run with it. Like we're on a basketball show, Ron. This is what we do every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
To say that I don't watch basketball, how ridiculous does that sound? Like I don't watch games. I don't.
And that's why your boys call you Luncho.
I'm here every day. I'm up here every day. I'm up here every day, and I'm talking pro basketball with you dudes. And this goofy ass hole in the shirt, fat belly ass dude saying that I don't watch games. How goofy is that?
I
That's
mean,
some of
it's the
dumbest
same
shit I
thing. It's
ever
the
heard.
same thing as Swiper saying he watched every dribble of MPJ
We can
career.
put
It's
and
like,
Luncho, you're right.
what
We
the hell
can
does that
pull up
mean,
the tape.
Swiper?
And Luncho, you're right.
You don't
We
watch
can
the
pull up
games.
the
That's
tape.
what I mean.
I said I don't watch the
What if
Pacers.
the
I'm sorry I
GM
left
told
out
MPJ
as
only
much.
dribbled 3 times?
I don't watch the Pacers as much because I
Doesn't
did
change
watch
that you
Pacer
don't watch the
games
games.
last year. I just didn't watch them as much. But immediately when you heard me say I don't watch the Pacers because I'm wrapped up in the Celtics, that just means that I'm wrapped up in the Celtics. That doesn't mean that I didn't watch the Pacers at all. But because you a goofy ass dude, then you immediately hear it the way you want to hear it. Man, shut your ass up. To your point, Ox, that's exactly why your friends call you Luncho.
But hold up,
Luncho.
though.
No,
I didn't-
but Ron,
I
like,
didn't know
'cause the
Lucho was
thing-
gutting it though.
hole in the shirt, greasy belly ass
crazy,
dude.
bro.
I ain't know
No,
you was
but
gutting it, Lucho.
I'm serious though, Jordan, because a lot of there's been times when we do a playback game one night, and I'm talking about 24, 48 hours later, somebody come up here and in the comments say, y'all didn't even watch the game. Like,
Right.
you was
Even
there
though we
all
was right
playback
there.
with us.
Right. Nah, I know that,
We
that's
were
why
there.
I said that, Ox, because I've seen that happen before too. And it's like, bro, you just saying any damn thing. Like that's just the generic answer
Like,
when you
I don't
disagree with
watch
somebody.
games.
You didn't watch it. And it's like,
I don't watch games.
Sure.
According to this dude, I don't watch games. I'm up here every day with you dudes, Ron. Every day with you dudes, Ron. But I don't watch pro basketball. I don't. I'm sorry.
12 sandwich eating.
But chill, you know his belly's greasy.
Greasy ass, hole in the shirt, belly ass, greasy ass.
That's
chicken
crazy. How
fingers
do you
eating
even
ass
get
nigga.
grease on your like you talking about like grease like dripping like on his stomach? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Because
probably in your belly button.
Because he got a hole in his shirt.
All right,
That's why.
chill. All right, chill. He's had enough. All right, MP13 said, I want him to be a better NBA player. I've seen him try to do things and he looks like he's drunk while trying to effectively attack a closeout and make a decision in real time. He's just a shooter.
he's just a shooter that averaged 20 points a game on 50%. I just
Really
don't
good shooter.
I just don't, yeah, but I don't get the head. Like, bro, y'all talk about MPJ like he flat out garbage. Like, this shit is mind-boggling to me. The way they talk about MPJ, you would think he flat out ass. I'm talking about butt crack out and tighty whities. Like, bruh, 20 points a game, 50%. What the hell are we talking about?
This crunch time segment's got crazy.
I just don't get the way they talk about MPJ. Like, that shit is crazy to me. And it's crazy that basketball, like the talk around basketball has gotten to this.
You
Shit,
would
if
think
you ask
MPJ
me-
is
Just say he
unplayable.
don't watch the games. Just say he don't watch
Shit,
the
you
games.
ask
That's
me,
it.
what did
Don't
Donovan
watch
Mitchell
games.
average this year? 24?
Just say he don't watch the
points less than
game.
Donovan Mitchell, goddamn. But
Like,
y'all see a GOAT when y'all see D Mitch. Y'all see a GOAT. But MPJ dude with 50% and shit, now he looked like he can't even dribble. He looked like he can't do this. I mean, goddamn. But whatever.
All
Let's
right,
move
y'all.
on.
We're going to go ahead and get back to the list. I don't know where Penn is. So now if we get 3 out of 5 votes, it will advance. All right. We're gonna go back around the room one more time. Chill, is there anything that you
Go
wanna
back
do
around
with
the
this
room
top
one more
10?
time.
I'm good.
Oh, wait. My bad. I'm tripping around because you usually do that. My bad.
Ox, is there anything you want to do with this top 10?
No, I'm cool. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, let me I want Jalen Brunson. No. First of all, I want LeBron in between Luka and Anthony Edwards.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. You got my vote. You got me.
Yes, sir. I want LeBron in between Luka and Anthony Edwards.
LeBron over Luka, fellas.
It
Who
does
else
move
is-
Anthony Davis down again.
All right, that's 3. Chill, Jordan, Penn, LeBron over Luka. Or any of you guys with it? Penn, you're with it?
Yeah,
All right.
he played 70 games.
Check out the
I'll
check
take
out the
LeBron
boy
over Luka
Bron.
too. Yeah.
I'm not even worried about LeBron going above Luka. We've now got Anthony Davis down again. Good work.
All right, Ox, that's one correction for you. Penn, is there anything else you would like to do with this top 10?
No.
Jordan, is there anything else you would like to do with this top 10?
Yeah, we got to get Brunson out of there somehow.
Out?
He
Just
will
bring
get
Steph.
out.
Bring Steph
yeah,
in.
Steph.
Bring Steph in.
Donovan Mitchell.
well-
I'm sorry, Ron. Donovan Mitchell ahead of Brunson.
Well, hold on. So that means everybody. That means we're done with the top 10. It's not about moving somebody out. It's about are we moving?
But I'm trying to
anybody
move
down?
someone in. But I'm trying to move someone into
All
the
right,
top
cool.
10.
So I'm gonna go to the next 10 then.
Okay.
Now, Jordan, we're just gonna start with you because I know you want to move him out. Is there anybody that you want to move up above Brunson?
Steph Curry.
Steph above Brunson.
Say Steph above Anthony Davis. Say Steph because it will still move Brunson down. Just say Steph above Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, we can go to Anthony Davis too. You're right.
Got my vote.
Anthony Davis shouldn't be in the top 10.
We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
All right, who's all in favor of Steph moving above? You said Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Well, Brunson.
Easily.
Yeah, but Brunson will come out the top 10. So Brunson will move down. So Steph will go above Brunson too.
Steph should
Brunson will go to 11.
Steph should be above Luka too. Easily.
That's what I'm saying. Go a step further, Jordan.
Go another step further. Put him above LeBron too.
No, I won't have LeBron, but I don't know if Steph played better than Luka last year. I don't agree. I don't think Steph played better than Luka.
He played 70 games. Luka played
He did play
50.
70 games.
Yo, just because you play more
Yeah,
games does
but
not mean you
I don't think he
can
was
play.
better.
You can
Steph-
play
Okay,
20 more
chill,
games and
chill.
be bad.
Is Luka 20 games better than Steph?
No.
All right. That's what I'm saying, Pin.
I mean, that's a weird way to frame it, but I just
Why?
don't think.
Like if you
You
play
still
20
gonna
more
have my
games,
vote regardless. If you want to say above
you
Luka,
play
I don't
20 more
care. As
games,
long as
I
Anthony
I
Davis
don't think
moves
Steph
down.
played better than Luka
I
last
just
year.
feel like if you play 20 more
Yeah.
games, that doesn't mean that you
Because
you
Steph needed
you
to
can
be
play 20
saved
more
by
games and
somebody.
not be good in those 20 games.
If you
and this dude could
play
be so much better in these 40 games.
Luka
If
got
you
saved.
play
Yeah,
20
but when
games,
it's Steph
good.
versus Luka, Steph was.
Joe, if you played 20 more games than me and
You
we
had a
were
more- you had a-
close
keep going,
and we
keep
were
going.
close, it's not that close.
Yeah, but the Warriors almost missed the playoffs.
If it wasn't for Jimmy Butler, they missing the playoffs.
Right.
Well,
They
that
are
is
missing
true.
the playoffs.
That is true.
yeah, but
Right.
I mean,
So
That's
why-
not wrong. That's not wrong. The Warriors were stinky.
No, that's
So-
not.
so-
but
So I'm
Steph-
supposed to penalize Steph
But I'm
because
still
Brandon
voting for Steph above
Podziemski
Anthony
and
Davis,
Moses
but
Moody
we're not
aren't
talking
as
about
good as
Luka, so-
LeBron.
my thing with this is I don't know if Steph was better than Brunson in totality.
He was.
I don't. Brunson, awesome first round, awesome second round, awesome third round.
Okay, now
Brunson
talk
went
about the regular
ballistic in the
season.
playoffs. Okay, we're not just talking. It's the
It's all of it.
totality of the season. The regular
Okay.
season, I give you 26 in 8. Brunson carried that team offensively all season. It didn't just start in
I
the
got
playoffs.
Steph. Yeah, I got Steph on the side.
Yeah, I
Now,
got Steph too.
Anthony Davis and Luka, okay, I can see the games played thing, but like I don't have Steph over
Steph
Brunson,
also just
honestly.
played better than AD. So I mean,
But Penn, it's on you. What you
wait,
want?
did we get the Steph vote?
Did we get mine go up?
No, I don't. What's
We
the
had enough
proposal
votes.
and who's all voting?
Steph above AD, right? We got the vote.
Yeah.
Steph
we got
above
the
AD. Who voted?
Hold on. Whose proposal
Me,
was this?
Ox, Penn,
Mine.
and
It was mine.
Just would you
Ox
would you
agree?
put Steph over Luka?
I
Just
would, but that's not
take
the
it.
one. We doing Steph over Anthony Davis right now.
So just go one step further.
I
Then
mean,
if
I
he
said
loses,
that.
but then if he loses the votes, then what?
Then we lose.
I'll guarantee you have my vote. I think you have Mars's vote.
He had Ox's vote. He had Ox's vote.
And you have Ox's vote. So you got the votes.
So that's 3. So does Chill agree with Steph above Luka?
That's 4 because I'm the 4th.
There you go. You got the votes. So there you
Yeah,
go.
if
All right,
Chill
so we-
agrees, Chill hasn't said anything.
Chill don't have
Steph-
to agree. It's me, Penn, Ox, and you.
Yep. You got the
Who?
votes.
You.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you said you wasn't gonna agree with it.
Anthony Davis.
Oh
You-
man,
you-
this
you're
man
not for
Mars
Steph
is
over
the
Luka?
biggest flopper ever. You a hookah fluker.
I'm
down
here
to
for
yourself.
Anthony Davis. So which one are we doing?
Okay,
Steph or
whatever.
Luka or Anthony Davis? Which one are we doing?
You already
It's-
do Anthony
it's-
Davis. Fuck it,
It's,
Anthony
it's,
Davis.
it's unlimited proposals. It doesn't matter. So
It's
is
AD,
anybody in
it's
favor
AD,
of,
it's
of
AD.
Steph
Ah,
over?
then yeah,
over
I'm
Luka?
with that. I'm with Steph.
I'm
I
over
know.
with-
Luka.
I'm with
I know.
Steph
I
over
said,
Luka.
yeah, chill. Are you in favor of Steph over Luka? Yes or no?
Yes.
And then it happens. Okay, Steph above Luka. That's cool.
Yes.
All right.
There we go. AD is now at 9. We're getting there.
Okay.
Brunson out of the top 10 is insane.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not,
So,
Ron.
hey, so
Can I
I'm-
can I
No,
can I
it is
propose
not.
can I propose
So
Kevin
the
Durant
playoffs
above
don't
AD?
mean
No?
anything. All of a sudden, the playoffs just don't mean jack shit. I take my team to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm damn near the top playoff scorer. I'm a number one option clearly. Fourth quarter heroics, game winners, all of this in the biggest market in the fucking world. And that
Why
doesn't
would
mean
that
anything.
matter? Why would the biggest
And
market?
that doesn't mean anything because I'm saying he did it on the biggest stage. Like, look, I got Brunson over KD.
It's the biggest
I got
stage.
K-
not the
I got
NBA championship.
KD I got KD
Whoa,
over
whoa,
AD.
Ron, don't let him off the hook with that, Ron. Don't let him off the hook with that, Mars. Is the biggest stage not the NBA championship?
Yes.
Yes or no? Was the biggest stage not the NBA championship?
The in-season
So
tournament.
what's the-
finals
what-
pretty
So
big.
what's the point
what-
you're making? Are
what's
you
the-
going to say Halliburton or Pascal? Because he
the
outplayed
point
both
that I'm
of them.
making is that the NBA championship was in Oklahoma City. So what are you
Okay,
talking about, Ron? Just 'cause New York-
and where's
just because you
SGA?
play in
And
New
where's
York-
SGA? Okay, stop getting caught up on that one point. What I'm saying is he put in more work than KD in this whole season. Played more games, scored more points, led him further in the playoffs.
He wasn't better than Luka in the playoffs.
I'm
If
not
we're just going
okay. I
game
said
for
Kevin
game.
Durant. I said Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant didn't make the playoffs,
Oh, exactly my point.
but Donovan Mitchell did, and Donovan Mitchell was better
all
than
right,
him.
well, I'm
Shea
not- I'm
did.
not-
Shay's
I'm not
better
talking-
than him.
I'm not talking about Donovan Mitchell. I'm talking
LeBron
about,
was better than him in the playoffs
I'm talking about Jalen Brunson, and LeBron ain't put in as much work as him. I'm talking about
because he got
Jalen
bounced in
Brunson.
5 games.
So can you
Exactly
put
my
Brunson
point.
above Anthony Davis?
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, but can that be your proposal?
Yes, Brunson above Anthony Davis.
Mars
I
just
love it.
want Anthony Davis down. Look at what Mars is doing.
Yes,
He just wants Anthony Davis removed down.
yes,
He's
I
gonna
want
be
Anthony
damn near
Davis
15.
down.
I'm not, I don't know what
No,
to tell
don't
you.
fall for that
But
shit.
the same
No.
argument against KD will apply to Anthony Davis.
From
And
Ron.
KD played more than Anthony Davis. So I'm just asking Ron to see if that's what he wants to do.
Man, I'm cool
And he
with
said yes.
Brunson.
He got my vote. I got Brunson above
I'm
Anthony
cool,
Davis.
I'm cool
Got
with
my
Brunson
vote.
right here because the list gonna look cooked. So this is cool. I'm cool with this top 10.
Can I vote for KD above Anthony Davis, please?
Yeah.
He played more games. Neither one of them played in the playoffs. KD was by far the better offensive player.
Playing. Did that count?
Yeah, AD played playing games. He still played less games than KD in total.
Yeah.
I already factored that in. He only played 53 if you include the playing. KD played 62. So I vote to have Kevin Durant above Anthony Davis. He played 9 more games in total, was easily the better offensive player. Like, better scorer, better shooter, better off the ball, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
I want Kevin Durant above Anthony Davis. So, yeah.
Ooh,
that's
I
my
can
vote.
I could vote with you. I could vote with that, Mars, if you're willing to go a step further and put him right behind Steph Curry.
I'm gonna pass on that.
I have no
No.
problem with that, but I need to get my votes. And I'm not sure if everyone is going to be fine.
Because Anthony Davis,
okay.
I'm going to pass on
I
that.
got it.
Anthony Davis was easily the better defensive player, more impactful on defense, while averaging over 20 a game and a glass cleaner. And that Dallas team was on their way to doing something special. That Phoenix team was not on their way to doing something special. And the reason why Kevin Durant was there was because they were supposed to do something special, and they didn't. So no, I'm not voting for.
And
Kevin
the
Durant
Lakers
over
were rolling. And the Lakers were rolling
because
with
Dallas
Anthony
were on
Davis.
their way to do something special and then didn't.
Hold on.
Dallas
Because of
won
Kevin
3 more
Durant.
games than Phoenix. Dallas won 3 more games.
Wait
than
a second.
Phoenix.
And
I don't
because
think
of Anthony Davis playing.
Well, that's not true. Most of their wins came
Because of
without
Anthony
Anthony
Davis'
Davis.
defense?
yo.
No, most of their wins this season came without Anthony Davis. So that's not true.
Okay,
At
most
all.
of their wins came without Anthony Davis. Did all of their wins come without Anthony Davis?
all of their damn near all the Phoenix wins came with KD.
And they still didn't make the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Dallas
Neither
Mavericks
did
did.
Anthony Davis.
They went deeper into the playoffs. They went deeper into the
They went
season.
into the play-in and lost.
Correct.
He still played less games than KD.
And was more
Anthony
impactful.
Davis, how many games did he win for Dallas? He won 1 game, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5. He won 6 games and a playing game. So Dallas winning 7 games with Anthony Davis.
That got them in the
means
play-in.
he played better than
That
those
got them in
wins
the
did not
play-in
get them in
tournament.
the
That
play-in.
got them in the
They were
postseason.
3 games. They were comfortably 3 games above. They
Fellas,
were comfortable.
everybody in favor of Anthony or Kevin Durant moving above. Are you doing Anthony Davis or Luka, Mars? Actually, look, Kevin Durant over Luka. Who's all in favor?
No.
Anthony Davis over Luka, you just said?
No, Kevin Durant over Luka.
No.
All right,
I don't
that's
think
2
Jordan
votes.
was on that
Even if
side.
Jordan would have, it still wouldn't be enough.
Okay.
All right, Kevin Durant over Anthony Davis. Who's all in favor?
No.
Kevin Durant over no. Okay.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. Great.
All right. Well,
Now games.
Anthony
now
Davis
games
is
would
9.
mean-
KD
yeah, now
KD
games
is
would
10.
mean-
All right, y'all. We in this second. We're at 11 through 20. Is there anything you guys would like to change about this?
Wemby above Anthony Davis.
Devin Booker looked wild as hell at 20. I'm sorry. That looked
I got
wild as
one
hell
wrong.
at
I would
20.
like to. I would like to.
Hold up, y'all, because everybody's just throwing theirs out there. So, Penn, let's start with you. What you got?
I think if we're factoring in for playoffs, I don't really have anything wrong with this list. I mean, I would move Wemby down. Like, I would probably move Wemby below Cade.
All right, is that something you want to do, or are you good?
I already wasted one, and I got 2 very specific things that I want to do, so I'm not going to waste it. But I'm just
you get unlimited proposals.
But if it gets accepted,
you don't want that. Oh, okay,
No.
okay, my bad. I got you.
Penn,
I do, Ryan. If Penn doesn't want to use one, I do.
You'll be back on Thursday, and I'm assuming we won't get to Scotty Barnes today. So just go ahead and make the necessary corrections that you think need to be made, and it'll just get reset on Thursday.
So I get 3 more on Thursday.
We'll figure
Unlimited-
it out.
unlimited lives, man.
Just do what you got to. Hey, man, we're trying to make this list acceptable. Go ahead, Penn. Do what you got to do.
I move Wemby.
If it gets voted, then it gets voted. If not, then
I mean, I'd move Cade above. That's not enough, man. I move James Harden up, bro. First of all, I move James Harden up. I move James Harden above Wemby. There you go. There's one.
Is anybody in favor of that?
No.
I'm fine with moving James Harden above Wemby, but that's because Wemby shouldn't be at 13.
Well, that's the idea here.
Just based on the game's
Like,
play.
there's a lot of players here I would move above Wemby.
All right, so Penn, I need a side because we got to move.
Yeah,
so
James Harden above
right.
Wemby.
That's 2 votes. It's not enough. All right.
Oh,
Mars,
you got
what
that too, Ron?
What?
You was on for that too?
No, I'm not. You and Penn voted for Harden above Wemby.
No, I didn't.
Oh, all right. Well, that was 1 vote. All right, Mars, what you got?
Wemby above Anthony Davis.
Oh, come on, man.
AD played 5 more games?
That's fair.
All right, who's all in favor of it?
I tried.
All right, moving along. Ox, what you got?
Jordan not here?
Nah, not right now.
Shit.
Why? What are you trying to get out?
Just come back to me, Ron. Come back.
I'm waiting.
I'm
Propose it. If he comes. All right, chill. Go ahead. Chill. What you got for us?
Donovan Mitchell above Halliburton and Brunson.
Donovan Mitchell above Halliburton and Brunson.
Mitchell above Halliburton.
I mean, I don't hate it.
I do.
Anybody in favor of Donovan Mitchell moving up?
No. No, I feel like y'all using that last game against Harden way too much.
I'll just get mine off then. I want to move J-Dub above. I want to move J-Dub to 13.
Above Wemby.
It's more. I mean, because I want Wemby to go down, but it's more so about because I don't think Wemby should be at 13. You know what I'm saying, Penn? So I think Wemby should probably fall down a little bit anyway. But I want to. So I really want to move J-Dub above Mobley, Cade, and Donovan.
Yeah, I'm for it.
I definitely want to move. I definitely want to move Cat ahead of Cade Cunningham. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Why?
Yes. So can I just get the votes on J-Dub real quick, and then we can move on.
Yeah, I'll vote for it.
Who do you want?
No.
You want to move J-Dub ahead of who? Ox?
Wemby.
Well, you know what? Wait, chill. I just want to move him above because I need that vote. I mean, I just want to move him above Cade Cunningham.
J-Dub was not better than Cade this year. You guys are bugging if you think J-Dub was better than Cade.
All right, that's fine.
26-9, you guys are. But even Cat above Cade, bugging.
No. No.
I mean, J-Dub was going crazy in the playoffs. He had a great playoff.
I vote for you to move. J-Dub damn near got to stay. He could move above Cat for me. That's as far as I'll go.
All right, let's vote on that. J-Dub above Cat.
Yes. Ron, hand
right.
up. Okay, cool.
J-Dub above
There we
Cat.
go.
Anybody rocking with me? Devin Booker above Mobley?
Hell no.
No.
Hell
All
no.
right.
Nah.
Just put a filler out there. All right, is there anything that anybody else wants to do in this tier? I know Jordan's not here, so he'll probably come back and want to do something. Is there anything you guys want to do? We good here?
Devin Booker at 20 just looked wild as hell to me.
It do. He ain't really had the best season though.
Yeah, it just looked wild.
It's nobody in here that I want to move him above.
All right.
All right, 21 through 30.
I got one right now. I want to move Domantas Sabonis. I need to. Okay. Wait. Swiper's not here, so maybe I can get the Garland. Okay, now let me. I want to move Domantas Sabonis.
I'm with you. Anything in here, I'm with you. We can.
I want to move Domantas Sabonis because Franz missed a lot of games. I want to move Domantas Sabonis either above Dame or behind Dame. Which
hey, Ox, above Book. Take a
I'm
step
not doing
above.
that.
Take it a step further.
No, I will not put. I won't try to put him above James Harden. I won't get any of those votes.
Right.
I would like to move Domantas Sabonis either in front of Dame or behind Dame.
I'm cool with Domas in front of Dame.
Damian Lillard probably shouldn't be this high though.
This is where the games played thing comes in.
Dame
Pascal
played 58 games, and then he played what in the playoffs? 3?
I can't do that. I can't do that if I'm not going to do the same thing with Anthony Davis.
Pascal should be above. No offense,
Nope.
Ox. I think Pascal should be above Domas and Dame.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but we're not. I'm not on that right now.
Yeah, Domantas played more regular season games than Dame played in the regular season and the playoffs.
Right.
So you got my vote. Him above.
And he averaged 20, 14, and 6. So throw that out there.
Chill, Penn, Mars. Are you with Domantas moving above Damian Lillard?
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I'm in shock right now, yo. I'm so happy.
Wait. Whoa.
What's up?
We just did this with Anthony Davis. I can't do that with Damian Lillard. No, I can't.
Still got 3.
If I'm not going to do that with Anthony Davis, I can't do it with Damian Lillard. No.
The problem is Damian Lillard is too high. The problem isn't that Domas was too low. The problem was Damian Lillard is way too high because there's like 4 other players here that probably should be above Domas. And now because Domas has moved so high, now we all have to waste votes to get him above.
No, because I wanted to put Domantas above everybody in front of him, singled out. That's why I would look.
How is he better than Pascal last year? If you include the playoffs.
Well, Penn. We don't got time to get into that debate. So do you want to move up Pascal?
No. Not wasting the votes on Pascal.
All right, chill. Is there anything you want to do in here?
Trae Young over
New
Darius
rule, Ron.
Garland.
If you won't waste your vote, don't waste your breath.
Trae Young over Darius Garland.
I mean,
Trae Young is better than.
I'll vote for that, chill, but I'm gonna end up trying to vote for Trae Young over James Harden.
Chill, you got my vote for that too.
Yeah.
Are you back now? Where was you when I needed you?
Man, I'm dealing with some under the weather adult and then under the weather baby. It's a little tough.
I'm trying to get people above Donovan Mitchell.
Oh shit! What was that? We can go back to it.
No, we passed it.
Shit, it ain't no thing for a big dog.
Sorry, Jordan. Your man
I get above the weather on that one.
So chill. Trae Young above Garland?
Yes.
Nah,
Who-
Darius Garland being disrespected here.
Who's
Great.
over?
No, he ain't.
Oh man,
I
now
think Darius
Darius
Garland's
is the one being
fantastic.
disrespected.
I think Darius Garland's
Anybody else in
fantastic.
favor of that?
No, Trey Young had not a great season.
All right, Mars, Ox, Jordan.
Trey Young over Darius Garland.
Man, it should really. Trey Young played better than Damian Lillard this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go further than that.
Y'all, like,
Yeah.
what?
If that's where you want to settle at Darius Garland, you can get my vote.
Yeah, I put Trey Young at over D Book, but you know, it is what it is.
Trey Young played more games than Franz. He played more games than Dame. He was just better than Darius Garland. Always has been, always will be. Trey Young needs to be Devin Booker, even James Harden.
I could go between James Harden and Devin Booker, but
I could go with that too.
So
I can't hold Game 7 against James Harden that much. I can't put him above James Harden.
All right, but Trey Young over Devin Booker?
I'm cool with that.
Chill. Mars?
What?
Trey Young over Darius Garland. That's as far as I'm going.
Mars, you got Trey Young over Devin Booker?
Sure.
Ice Trey,
I do too.
Hey, Ice Trey, we did it.
Hey,
We
did it, Joe.
I led the league in assists. If that was John Stockton, you would be up here hooting and hollering for joy.
We
Trey
did
Young
it,
do it,
Joe.
and all of a sudden-
I think Trey played better than Devin too this season. You don't think so?
I think that I'm just having a problem with Devin being at like 20. I think he should be higher up on the list. But
Devin
I
was
think
trash last year.
we need to put Zubac in between DeMarcus
Trash
and
is
Dame.
a reach,
Personally,
He was not a top 30 player last year. So yeah, by his
30?
standards, he was trash. Yes, he was
No, I'm
terrible.
not
He
going
was
that
not
far.
good last year, yo. He was not good. There's a lot of players who played better than Devin Booker last year. I'm not taking away from the talent, but shit, like talk about the game. Talk about like some of these dudes that are better than him also played playoff games. Donovan Mitchell played in the playoffs.
Mars,
Damian Lillard played in the playoffs.
Is there anything you want to do with this? 21 through 30.
Paolo right next to Franz.
You got my vote.
Mars, for the sake of politics and further votes that I might need, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a Democratic Republican suggestion. I will vote with you as long as you got my back.
Chill, Ox, Pin.
Paulo next to Franz.
Paulo moving up. Well, hold on.
Ain't
In
no
front
way
of
hell Triple J better than him.
Franz.
Whichever one gets me votes doesn't make a
No.
difference to me.
No.
Mars, I'm on your side on the independent party.
Yeah, if he doesn't, if I say above and he doesn't get the votes, then below. Like it's next to Franz. Either way, whichever one
Paulo's
people
All,
agree
right,
with.
all in favor of Paulo being in front of Franz.
No.
Chill, Ox.
I'm not mad at putting him right behind Franz. I'm just looking at Zubac and DG right now.
That's who I'm thinking about.
I'm
Zubac.
having issues and Pascal. I don't know.
How did y'all even put them two guys over Paulo anyway, though?
Franz played 60 games. Paulo played 46.
The importance of games played has fluctuated throughout the list.
Because Chet is on the list. Right.
Yeah,
Chet is
the
on
importance of games. Some
That's why I
guys, if you
can't-
play more games, it means something. Other guys, if your name's Anthony Marshawn Davis, you get to stay in the top 10. It depends who you are. I don't know.
I'm just Franz got busy in the playoffs. Paulo was elite in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
you know,
Well,
I
hold on.
am trying to stay consistent with the games played thing, so that's the only reason I'm having.
Ron, come on, big dog. You from Seattle?
all right.
Keep in
So
your town.
Paulo, no, I got Paulo ahead of Franz, but it's just me,
Okay.
you, and Marsh. Chill. Are you in favor of that?
Yeah.
There we go, chill.
Oh,
There we
man.
go, chill. That's smart, man.
Big
And when it's
Paulo.
time for your seat to come up in the party, chill, just know you getting reelected.
Oh my God. Y'all
All
trying
right,
to tell
Pin,
me
Pin, what you got for us?
shit. Put Franz over Paolo, bro. What are you doing? Franz over
I mean,
Sabonis.
we just
Franz over Sabonis. That's where I'm
You're
going.
gonna waste the
Franz over Sabonis.
Franz Wagner was really good last year, yo. Like shit. Like the
Fellas,
recency bias is
we
crazy.
got 10 more minutes on this list. So
Yep.
You know,
Franz over
however
Sabonis.
far we go.
No, Franz over Devin Booker. There we go. Pascal over Devin Booker. Both of them over Devin. Can I do
Damn,
that? Can I
man,
do both
just
of them?
all over the
Can I
place.
move them like a block?
Hey, Pin, my man. Just one
Take
at a
a
time.
deep-
my
take
man.
a
Let's
deep
Pascal
work
over
through
Sabonis.
it. Pascal over Sabonis.
No, Pascal over Devin Booker.
matter of fact,
All
Pin,
over
take that hat off and take a deep breath, brother.
Nah, you box breeze.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Chill out, dog. Chill out.
All right. Pascal over
Bro,
Devin
being under the
Booker.
weather in the
Anybody
summer
in
is
favor? Raise your hand if you are in favor of Pascal moving above D Book. Sorry, Penn.
What the?
Do you have another proposal? Come on, Penn. I'm gonna just let you get him off rapid fire.
Franz over Devin Booker.
Franz over Devin Booker.
Not
Raise
rolling.
your hand if you're in favor.
That's what he just said. We just did this.
All right, Penn.
Go
That
ahead,
has
get the
been
Scotty
vetoed.
joint on.
I got one. Let me get Zubac above Damian Lillard.
Zubac.
I'm
can
not
get with
rolling
that.
on that one.
I ain't even.
I ain't rolling on that one.
Hold on, wait. Let me see how many games does Zoo play.
I got you on the next one, dog. So we go back.
Hey, Zoo played 80 games, and that's not including the playoffs. How many did he play in the playoffs? Oh, 7?
Yo, damn that.
Zoo
I want
87
damn that. Zoo over Devin Booker. Over Sabonis too. Let me get Zoo over Devin Booker.
Nah, I'm just not rolling. I'm just not rolling.
I'll go above Dame. That's how high.
He's not rolling. He ain't better than Sabonis, Dame, or Devin Booker.
He just had a better seat.
That's not my. That's what this is about, Ron. And that's not my proposal. Isn't Zubac over Dame? My proposal is Zubac over DeMontis and Devin Booker.
Zubac had 17 points, 12.6 rebounds, played elite defense.
Okay. Okay,
Zubac
I'll give you one. Scotty Barnes over Paolo.
He's not even done. Penn, relax, bro. Like Ron. Not only that, but he guarded Jokic one-on-one better than anybody this season. I got him over Devin Booker.
You got me Zoo over Dame. I'll go there.
I'm going over Devin Booker.
Is anybody in favor? Raise your hand or say yes.
No, that's all right. I just wanted to make sure I spoke on it.
But Chill's in favor.
What did he say?
Zubac over Devin Booker.
Sure. If Swiper was here, he'll roll with you.
Yeah,
that's 3. I don't got you over Devin Booker. I will go over because I don't have him over Sabonis. I will go over Devin.
If y'all want to move Devin Booker down, why don't you just move him down? Why people got to move up? Like that's what's screwing this list up. Just move people down.
Does anybody want to move Devin Booker down?
Yes, I want to move him way down. I want to.
You want to move him out the top 30? No, we ain't doing that.
Move him below Pascal. Can we do that?
All right, Devin Booker below Pascal. Is anybody in favor? Anybody? Somebody?
It will move the other guys up.
Not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
not Zoo. It doesn't move Zoo up.
That's 2 people. Don't get the votes, Penn. Sorry, my man.
Devin Booker, where right above Pascal?
How about Devin Booker below Zubac? Can we do that?
Sure.
Yes. There we go. Okay, that's 2. That's 3.
That's 3 votes. You don't got my vote. Chill, Jordan.
We just said that Devin Booker below Zubac. I'm comfortable with that. Yes.
There's 4. Right. Yes.
There we go. Politics is a motherfucker.
All right, Devin Booker.
Chill must be gearing up for something special.
DeMontis on the rise. I love it.
All right, fellas, before we move out of the 20s, is there anything else that anybody wants to do?
Yes, Scotty Barnes over Paolo.
Does anybody want to go deep back into the archives to get Scotty Barnes?
Yes.
Sure. Why not?
Scotty played 20 more games. Hold on. Scotty played 20 more games. He anchored for the last 44 games. He anchored a top 5 defense. If y'all want to talk about the score, he averaged 19.3 points per game. Well,
they were one of the worst teams in the NBA. You can't say the last how many games? The last 5 games?
Devin Booker was on the worst teams in the NBA, and he's high up here. Wemby barely played. He didn't make the playoffs. He's up here. Anthony Davis didn't make the playoffs. He's up here.
Is Scotty Barnes is significantly worse than them.
What? He's not. He wasn't significantly worse than Devin Booker last year. Let's be clear about that. Offensively, yes, he was. Defensively, not even close. Scotty was one of the top 15 defenders in the league last year. I will argue he's one of the top 10 defenders last year.
He didn't make all defensive team.
No, he did not, because an all defensive team is a narrative award. But I would argue that there are very few players who can start.
So we go with that bullshit, Penn, because I bet you
bullshit.
If he made it, then it would be a different tune.
Yes, sir, 100%, Jordan. If he was an all-league defender, if he was a first-team all-league defender, that's one of the things that you would bring up, Penn. Don't tell us bullshit about it being a narrative. If he was a first-team all-NBA,
a narrative.
He would just use it to support his narrative. That's what he said.
Yes.
But I just feel like
Rookie of the Year is a narrative award. Rookie of the Year, hold on. No, Rookie of the Year is a narrative award. When he won Rookie of the Year, all I heard was, but Cade has a harder situation. Jalen Green has a harder situation. True. Fact. I agree with that. But now that he's got the harder situation, why is he not getting the same support? That's what I'm saying. He played with Colin Castleton and Cole Swider. And like, yo, Orlando Robinson, he played with some of the worst lineups ever. He was participating in some of the best lineups ever. I don't know a single player in the top 30, really, apart from 2 players who can start 1 through 5. And the other 2 are above him.
But Penn, 24, 4 and 7, 19, 7 and 4.
Who cares? Look at
Scotty
the minutes played.
Scotty Barnes lost 45 games of the season that he played. So since January, he went 21 and 24. Paolo's record this season was 21 and 25. In the last 45 games, Scotty Barnes played this year, January 1st to the end of the season. The Raptors and in the games he played were 21 and 24. Paolo Banchero this year, in the games he played, 46, was 21 and 25.
So you
Orlando, when Paolo played, barely won more. They didn't win more than the Raptors when Scotty Barnes played in 2025. So if the argument is one team is a winning team,
hold on. Let me make another
point.
point.
Paolo only played 46 games.
Yeah, but he played 24.
I'm using his whole season. I'm saying Paolo's whole season, 46 games, compared to the last 45 games Scotty Barnes played, comparing the sample size, they have the same record.
Can you give me the first
winning
45?
argument does not hold.
Can you give me
That's what I'm saying. The win.
No, I want to hear the first 45.
He only played 13 other games.
Play the first.
Yeah, he only played 13 other games. But if you want to say, but the point is, the same sample size of games, they won the same amount. If you're going to say, well, Scotty Barnes wasn't winning in the other 13 games he played, that's fine. You'd have to argue he was providing such negative value, it would have been better if he didn't play. That's what you would have to be arguing. Because what I'm arguing is the games in which Scotty Barnes was on the court versus the games in which Paolo was on the court, the record between the Orlando Magic, who we all agree are a better team than the Raptors, is the exact same as the Toronto Raptors record. So if your argument is going to be, well, the Raptors didn't win in the other 13 games Scotty Barnes played, you would have to argue that Scotty Barnes was a negative on the court to make up for the games in which Paolo actively wasn't playing. Was Paolo being a neutral, not on the court, a zero, more impactful than Scotty Barnes was while playing the games? Was Scotty Barnes a negative on the court in your estimation?
He's never a negative on the court.
If the answer is no, then why is Scotty Barnes above Paolo?
Jordan made the winning argument. I just think Paolo.
But then I'm talking to Jordan.
First of all, I just said the Raptors are one of the. I don't give a damn about the.
And why do they have the same record as Orlando when Paolo plays?
I'm talking about. Yes, okay, that's
if they're that bad. If you agree, they suck, which I agree.
Yeah,
why are they the same team as Orlando when Paolo
first
plays?
of all, but I was using that for a Penn argument about that he anchored a top 5 defense. I was using.
How did he anchor a top 5 defense of a trash team?
Okay, so here's the point, Jordan.
Yes, but I was just saying. Jordan, hold on. Let me get my point off because I was just when I brought that up, I was just countering Penn talking about this top 5 defense, and I'm like, yeah, but they were just a bad team. That's the only reason why I brought that up. I didn't bring that up about Paolo.
Okay.
Regardless of however y'all want to put it, Scotty fucking Barnes ain't better than Paolo. I don't know why we getting in depth about this. It's just not
the argument. That's not the argument. The argument is, did he have a better season? And the point that I'm making is, yes, he did. You're not going to tell me they were relatively even. I can agree. Yo, look, I'm not blind to it. I can agree that Cade had a better season. I can agree that that Paolo had a better season. Franz had a better season. I can agree with all that. I can agree with all that. But what I cannot agree with is, like, if you played better by 5%, right? And I played 20 more games than you, then I got to give the edge to the other guy. The other thing is, I don't think that that players win and lose in a vacuum. It matters to me that Emmanuel Quickley only played like 29 games or 31 games, whatever he played. It matters because Emmanuel Quickley is very critical to providing spacing for a team like this. It matters to me that you're playing 5 rookies. Yeah, that matters to me. Paolo didn't have to play with 5 rookies. You realize how different Paolo and Franz's numbers would look if Jet Howard was playing 30 minutes a game? You realize how different that would look.
It wouldn't look like Scotty Barnes' numbers.
Well, here's the thing. Scotty is not a great shooter. Paolo is not a great shooter. Franz is not a great shooter. None of these guys are great shooters.
They're just better shooters than Scotty Barnes.
But hold on. None of these guys are working with Orlando. One of these guys is working with Orlando Robinson and Jakob Poeltl, clocking up the paint. Okay, working with their best shooters, missing large chunks of the season. And the other guy, by the way, who is frankly anchoring a top 5 defense for the last 44 games, is doing it without some of his best defenders and is also doing it with like clogged paint. What I'm saying is if you give Scotty Wendell Carter, right? If you give Scotty Wendell Carter and Goga Batadze and Mo Wagner as spacing shooters, his life becomes easier.
Maybe
if you get Paolo,
Orlando on exactly the epitome of spacing.
Hold on.
Life ain't fair, big dog.
But I also feel like you would have a point if Scotty Barnes was out there just like giving it all and averaging 27. You have a point. You don't have a point because he
so if he was averaging 27, but his defense sucked, would that be more impactful to you?
You said if his defense sucked?
Yeah, if he was just not playing defense, but he averaged 8 more points.
If it was the same as
Jordan, let me hear you say that Cam Thomas is better than Scotty Barnes. Yes, it would matter to me. Let me hear you say Cam Thomas is better than Scotty Barnes.
He's not playing at that. Like, he's a defensive player. Bro, part of this tandem that Penn is on. He's not just a defensive player, Jordan. Penn, regardless of what you think about Scotty Barnes, I'm going to tell you the truth. He's not the best player on his team right now. Yes, Brandon Ingram is. He's the second best player on that team. Scotty Barnes is an excellent role player. That's what he is. The guys you want to compare him to.
Is Scotty Barnes better than Nick Batum?
He's not Paulo. He's not Cade. He's not Franz.
Stop,
Mars. He is a complimentary number 2.
Like that. Nick Batum is like that.
So that's all I'm saying. Like I give you the whole Scotty Barnes.
No, prime Batum.
Yo, Scottie Pippen is a great basketball player relative to a lot of primary scorers.
Scotty is not. Scotty Barnes is not Scottie Pippen.
But Scottie.
So why is his name Scotty then?
Yo,
I don't know.
Jordan, hold on. Jordan, would it surprise you if I told you that Scotty per possession has scored more points than Giannis, Kawhi in his first 4 seasons? Would that surprise you?
Yes, it would surprise me, but
it's
context matters because
it matters.
The given situation that he's in.
Here's the thing: Scotty's numbers went down last year because he played fewer minutes. That was by design. The Raptors were trying to lose. His efficiency went down because his shot difficulty went up and his teammates were trash. What I'm trying to tell you is none of this impacts what I'm talking about, which is to say, even in a negative context, even while his team was trying to lose.
When your teammates trash, your scoring numbers go up.
That's not true. Your efficiency goes down.
When you're a good player, yes, you do.
Oh, my God.
It does.
Let me hear you say Cam Thomas is better than Scotty Barnes. Go ahead. Cam Thomas averaged 24, 25 points per game, right?
They are both role players. Scotty Barnes is the better role player because he's the better defender. That's it. That's the difference between them two.
So 4 years into their career, was Giannis a role player?
Why are we doing this 4 years into Giannis' career when he was not even developed?
The reason you're saying Scotty's a role player is because of low scoring, right? I'm assuming because he averaged 19 points.
This is why I'm saying Scotty Barnes is a role player because Penn, I don't know what you see, and maybe because you're a Toronto Raptors fan, sometimes it happens like that.
I don't care if the Toronto Raptors.
I will take a step out, and I will get into that lens. Scotty Barnes' ceiling is not as high as you think it is. Yes, that's what I'm like for players of his caliber and his game. It doesn't go that far high. Yes, he will get better. Yes, he will become more of a consistent scorer. But if you think Scotty Barnes will be a 27 points per game scorer
why is that the metric or
27? What do you think Scotty could average peak? Because you got him. So what do you think he could be? I just want to know, what do you see him at?
I think he could be 25, 8 with crazy good defense.
On a winning team. Do you think he can do that on a winning team?
Yes.
That's where we disagree at, though. That's where we disagree at. I'm gonna tell you right now, for the Raptors to be good, with Brandon Ingram gonna be their best player. Scotty Barnes don't have to average 25. He could average the same shit he averaging now. He could honestly do that now. They just add Brandon Ingram, and Brandon Ingram turn that page up, and the Raptors would be good. But Scotty would be a number 2.
Brandon Ingram
is a role player. That's
Brandon Ingram is an awesome player. I don't doubt that Brandon Ingram could be the leading scorer on the Raptors this year. I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, he's probably their best player.
No, he's not their best player, though, because defense matters, Jordan. You're talking about a guy who is not
matters too.
Okay. Well, I'm saying that their offense is relatively close with Brandon Ingram.
It's not close. That's where we disagree at. It's not close.
I agree with you that Brandon is a better shot creator, but Scotty is a better
offensive player.
My God. Scotty is a better passer.
No, he's not a better passer than Brandon Ingram.
He is a way better passer than Brandon Ingram. This is insane. Brandon Ingram is a better shot creator. Brandon Ingram is a better ball handler. Brandon Ingram is a much better shooter.
Brandon Ingram is a better ball handler than Scotty Barnes. I would agree. Yes, he's a better shot creator, ball handler, passer, play out the
He's
post.
not a better passer.
offensive
He is
complete
not
player.
a better passer. Number one, I think Brandon Ingram's a crazy underrated passer, but he is not a better passer than Scotty Barnes. What are we talking about here? Scotty averages Scotty is efficient as hell with the basketball for a dude who cannot dribble. Believe me, I am blissfully aware of the weaknesses of Scotty Barnes. I understand that his dribble combinations may not be as advanced. I understand, that sometimes finishing can be tough, and I realize that his shooting needs to come a long way. But please understand that for a player to work with the shitty ass spacing that he working with the inexperienced ass teammates, you can't even name all his teammates. That's how I know. I know you cannot name the players that he played with.
We got to get into it. So what proposal do you want to make?
Shit. Scotty Barnes over Paolo is my proposal.
All right.
You got my vote.
I got two.
All right, 2 votes. Jordan, Chill, do you guys agree with this?
No.
We tried, Penn. We tried.
Hey,
we tried.
If you give me VIP tickets to the Penn Dance Festival next year, I'll sign.
You got it.
You know what, Penn? I'm gonna be counting on Scotty Barnes, man. I'm telling you, I'm trying to count on him.
I'm still not doing that, Penn. I'm loyal to the story.
I just know, Penn. It's gonna be hard for you to see it. Brandon Ingram is going to take the spotlight of the Toronto Raptors.
He's not, bro.
I guarantee you he is.
Fellas, is there any last minute moves you guys would like to make from 21 to 30? Anything else? Or are we good right here?
We good.
Can we move Triple J down?
For what?
Can I put Kawhi above Paolo?
And I want, because that moves Triple J down.
Yes.
That'll move Triple J down.
Yes.
Where is
Mars,
Kawhi?
I'm down with that.
You
ain't gotta give me no Mars. You ain't gotta give me no
91.
I'm down with that.
Never mind.
I'm comfortable with that. Yes, Mars.
Jordan, you good with that?
A lot of work to do.
Yes, I'm comfortable with that.
I'll handle that later. But
I'm comfortable.
Mark, that's your proposal?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
cool.
Yes.
So Kawhi played 37 games. Paolo played 44. 46?
Yeah.
So he was that much better. You know what's funny? You know what's really funny?
Yeah, because you got to remember, Paolo has of his 46, he has like a lot of them games where he just came back from the injury and he was stinky.
You know,
it wasn't just a good Paolo the whole time.
Kawhi Leonard, Paolo Banchero, and Scotty Barnes all had exactly 3.5 win shares. All three of them. That's really funny.
Pin.
Oh, damn! That means they gotta be right after.
This is another problem too.
No, that's a testament to how. But that's a testament to how good Kawhi is. Relax.
Yes, but hold on.
Hey,
but
this is where Kawhi is.
This is the thing. This is the thing with you and Scotty Barnes.
Y'all see, I've been listening.
When you argue about the Scotty Barnes thing, it's like we can't just have a regular debate about Scotty Barnes. We got to go into advanced stats, like points per possession, win shares, the first 4 years of somebody's career, the last 6 games of the season. And it's like, God damn, why can't we just talk about the now? Why does it have to be?
Okay, let's talk about the now.
He was 15%.
Let's talk about Superchats, please.
Yeah, no, we're definitely talking about Superchats.
But I'm just saying, though, that's how we argue Scotty Barnes. Points per possession, win shared. First 4 years of his career, per 100 possessions. And it's like, dog, why can't we just have
all right, y'all. We are in the crunch time super chat segment of the show. Once again, if you don't know about Press Box, tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, make sure to tap in. Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, Chill with Chill. Make sure to tap in. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to tap in to Throwback Thursday. And on Friday, we got none other than the illustrious TCL, Total Chat Live, which means the show will be dictated by the topic submissions that you guys, the viewers, the chat, the subscribers, get to choose. So y'all make sure you get on your job because I want to talk about some good things on Friday. But as of right now, you guys have sent through Super Chats, so let's go ahead and get to them.
Hey, Ron, can me and Penn be the face of the TCL? I mean, goddamn, we got Mars on all of them picks and shit. God damn, can we get a little FaceTime on that? God damn.
Right, do you want your face on the C or on the L?
I ain't never took no L. Put me on the T, boy. I was turned up.
All right.
You could be.
That's just the upside down L.
All right, so we got.
You can be the face by yourself. I'm good.
No Longer Gape said the almighty Brunson is an underrated playmaker. By the way,
He is.
It depends where you rate him. I don't know where he's rated to know if he's underrated or not. But
Yeah.
I disagree with Ron's analysis. So
I think he's a better passer than he was given credit for in this conversation, for sure.
good
Shout out
passer.
to
Yeah.
Almighty Brunson. SMN R&DM tapping in from overseas. SMN said AD top 10 is batshit crazy. He barely played. He did well for the Lakers. Then he got injured. Played 3 quarters and got injured for the season.
Insured.
I think he meant injured.
Yeah.
And,
Could be insured for the season too.
and got insured for the season.
Them
Think he was
premiums
good,
must be crazy.
but not good enough to eclipse all the missing games.
Nah, he's the only one where games played don't apply. Everyone else is
It wasn't like
Yeah.
he
Shout
was.
out AD,
He
man.
was probably on the
I had
verge
to
of
make
doing
an
something pretty
exception, Marlon,
good
when
with the
you brought up
Lakers.
Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry, I had to make an exception moving Leonard up the list because him in 91, I can't handle. I just can't.
We'll make an
No,
exception for Joel too. Can't wait to
No, hell
propose
no.
Joel.
What
at
did
3.
Joel play? 5 games?
Leonard was better than
19.
Bradley Beal. I
Damn.
don't care what y'all say. I don't care how many games Leonard played.
I mean,
Like,
he was better than Paulo Franz and Scotty Barnes as well.
yes, he
Darius
was.
Garland too,
I agree.
according to the list. But no longer Gabe said, "Good day, PC. When can I say Brunson is better than Stockton?"
Never.
Never.
You know, that'll be
Say it
a-
when it's true.
No, never.
SMN RNDM with another super chat. SMN said, "That's so selective, Mars. Why did you choose the last 46 games of Scotty Barnes as compared to the first 36? Please, guys,
46.
stop letting Penn make y'all believe Barnes is any good."
Scotty Barnes.
Because I
2 years-
used
okay.
the last 46 that Paolo
2 years
played.
ago,
So,
Scotty Barnes was one of the top 5 clutch scorers in the league, and y'all want to tell me he can't score? I watched this
What?
guy.
Hold
play.
on. 2 years
I
ago, he
watched
was
this
what?
guy
Oh my
2 years
God,
ago. He
we're
was
gonna have
one of the
another
top
whole
5
conversation.
clutch
Bro,
scorers
we can't do
in
this,
the
yo.
league
We-
in terms of
Okay.
volume.
Ben,
Go for
Ben,
another
we gotta.
20 minutes,
Hey,
yo.
Ben,
We will.
you've been
We'll
talking
do
about
it.
Scotty Barnes for the last hour, bro. Like,
Yeah, we'll go for another 20 minutes about
hey,
Scotty Barnes.
hey,
I
Ben,
enjoy it, Pen. Maybe I'll pull up. Maybe I'll pull up to your live.
Can you handle it, Ox? Ox, can you handle it? Let's
You know
go
what,
with it.
Jordan? Come on the next show. We'll have a debate. 1 hour straight up, talk it out.
Yeah.
all right, y'all. Fa Baba said Ron cares about defense until it's about dwarves like Brunson.
That's true. Because you
He
don't
must
care
be
about it.
from the
With, you don't
UK
care about
feeling
it with
defense like
Trey
that.
Young either.
It's just certain people, and I'm not going to go in depth with this, but certain people's offense just heavily outweighs their defense.
It's called an
it can-
exception,
it-
Ron. It's
yeah,
called an
and that's
exception. That's what it is.
Luka Doncic,
Yeah, exception.
Nikola Jokic.
Exception.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Magic.
Nikola
Exception. James
Jokic is
Harden.
a way
Exception.
better defender than Jalen Brunson. Let's not
Magic.
get into this.
Exception. James Harden. Exception.
Oh my
That's-
God.
Ron don't think James Harden an exception.
Will John Wick said if KD doesn't join the Warriors, do y'all think Steph wins another MVP from 2017 to 2019? Because the media disqualified him from winning it by playing with KD.
I don't know.
I don't
James
think they
Harden should've won
disqualified
it
him. I
still.
just don't think he was playing at that level.
And James
But-
Harden probably would have
maybe.
won still.
If he played like he did in 2016, again, maybe.
I can see it.
Come on.
I see him grab one more. Well, he doesn't get 17 over Russ, so
Bro, what
Maybe
was
one of Harden.
Adam Silver thinking?
With
Like David Stern would have never subjected us to that.
what would have never let a free agent be a free agent?
Yeah, he would
Would have
have
never let the second best player, arguably in the NBA, go to a team that just won 73.
Mars, I can tell
So
you
he,
right now.
so he
I-
wouldn't have let a free agent be a free agent.
he
Mars,
would've
I can
told-
tell
he
you,
would've told
Mars, I
KD be a
can tell
man.
you-
Okay,
Like,
if that's what you think is in the
Mars,
best interest of people, then that's fine.
he would have stomped on his human rights. He would have.
That's fine. I just wanted to get clarification, and that's what you were saying. Okay, shout out to David
He would
Stern.
have shackled him and said, "I don't care
Yeah.
about your freedoms and
Okay.
liberties. You are not going to Golden State."
Okay,
He would've
yeah,
said,
shout out to
"KD
David
be a
Stern.
man."
He would take away the
Was
players'
he-
rights. Shout out to David
Did he
Stern.
let LeBron go to
yes,
Miami?
that's what he should.
Mm,
Probably not. I
okay.
don't think so.
I can
Probably
tell you
not.
right now, David Stern would have put the kibosh on Shaq
Right.
going to the Bulls. He would have shut that down.
Yeah,
Hell
shout out to David Stern. Shout out to David Stern.
He would've
Just-
never
Rest in
yeah.
peace, David Stern,
I
the
know,
best
I know free
commissioner of
agency
all
exists,
sports.
but I'm just gonna say no, it's not allowed in this instance. Shout out to David Stern. If that's what we're praising,
Sometimes you gotta
shout out
do-
to him. Shout
Well,
out.
I mean, I don't know how y'all get down over there, but in America, sometimes you cheat to preserve democracy.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? So,
I know you.
I had
America
a couple times.
America be bringing democracy to
Just-
places with a lot of freedom all the time.
Just
Shout
so
out
we're
to America.
clear, LeBron's
Facts.
decision
Facts.
happened
You got
on
oil,
All of a
David
sudden,
Stern's
a
watch.
country has some oil. All of a sudden, they need some democracy too. I don't know. It's interesting.
what type of
Yo.
resources you got? Shit, we
Yeah,
Yo,
shout out to America, man. It's coincidental how that seems to happen.
LeBron going to Miami happened on David Stern's watch. Just an FYI.
Oh, well, that's different. That's just LeBron.
Why?
They didn't win
Estimate-
73 games.
It's
man.
fine until it comes
Go
to
ahead,
KD.
Joe.
Now it's a controversy.
And Penn, keep in mind too, like he was teaming up with Nick Claxton. Ain't nobody really care like that. SMN R&D
That's so fucking
said
nasty.
Zubac was robbed of MIP. In my opinion, he was top 3, maybe 4 centers in the league. He deserves at least that top 20. He was so good, criminally underrated season.
Apparently,
Criminally
averaging
He was my
criminally?
MIP, I think.
averaging under
He was
20
my
points per
MVP.
game and being a really good defender gets you top 20. Noted. Cool.
Criminally
Shout out to Square
underrated?
Bones.
Damn. Like criminally, like how good did you think Zubac was?
He was an All NBA caliber player this year.
Okay, I could get with that. Sure, I could 100% get
So
with that.
he
but,
was
like,
all NBA caliber.
Criminally underrated. Criminally underrated means like he should have been an all-star. He should have been on the all-pro team.
Probably should
He's
have
got a top 50, he's got a top 15 case.
I could make a
Oh.
case for him over Alperen Şengün really easily. Really.
Well, he's over
easily.
Alperen Şengün on our list. So
Well, that's kind of
Shout
the
out
point,
to him.
right?
CT-UH9RK said no excuse, but Ant did get injured in all the series and played through them.
was it
That is-
LeBron who landed on him in the first round?
Yeah.
And then he went down in the Warriors series after like a layup or something.
Yo,
and
he's
then came back.
Wolverine, yo. He just come back from
Yeah.
that shit.
I mean, he young. You just regenerate.
Shout out to him. I got another super chat from DSG Piccolo. DSG said Penn keeps talking about spacing as if we don't see the awful spacing Paulo has. Nigga, did you say Goga was a spacer? Orlando shot 31.8% from 3 in the regular season per the NBA website.
Yeah, spacing wouldn't have been the argument I would have used when comparing an Orlando player to anyone. They might be the worst space team in the NBA.
No, in the NBA history, they've always had problems with their spacing.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about back to Steve Clifford, back to
Nah, the Dwight teams had good space.
not really goddamn Dwight out there.
Nah.
Shit.
Yeah, but they had everyone on. They were running Rashad at the 4. They had Healy,
Man, Rafer
Jameer
Austin
Nelson.
ain't that much of a core spacer, but
Yeah, but they had Jameer. But yeah,
He's hurt. Hurting
yeah,
playoffs.
Goga's like absolutely not a spacer. The only spacer I would say they had on that team.
It's Franz and Paulo.
No, that's bullshit, man. For Mo Wagner was a good shooter. Wendell Carter can shoot.
Wendell Carter
They
can't shoot.
had
He joined the
Wendell
Toronto
Carter
Raptors.
out there in the corner and he can't hit anything.
Hey, Wendell Carter can't shoot until he joined the Raptors. Then all of a sudden he can't shoot.
Yo,
Wendell
Yeah,
Carter
no,
can't
Jordan,
shoot on the
Jordan,
Magic.
Jordan,
I'm watching on.
Jordan,
No
you
one on
understand.
Orlando who plays meaningful minutes. There's a reason Caleb Houston was playing a lot for Orlando. He was the only one on the team that could shoot. Corey Joseph started playing because it was like maybe he can shoot.
Shout out to
Like,
Kojo.
this is not a team that's serious. They were employing people whose only skill set was to shoot because they had no one who could shoot. That team was egregious in space.
Caleb Houston.
That's
is
not the
underrated.
argument to use for Orlando players. It's
Caleb
not.
Houston is underrated. But what I'm saying is, if the guy can shoot, like even when I look at a guy like Marc Gasol, who was leading the league in open 3-pointers attempted back in 2019, 2020, the very fact that he can stand there and do something with the basketball at 25 feet is a benefit to my spacing. Even if he's not being closed out on, he's not, no one's hard.
But Wendell
closing out.
Carter couldn't do that. Wendell Carter would just shoot and they shoot 28%.
They defended him. They defended Tristan Da Silva. They defended Mo Wagner. They at least you're not ignoring. I'm not saying you're
I think
climbing
you
over
should have.
screens.
I understand you've watched every Toronto Raptors game last year.
I
I'm
watched
gonna
at
do
least
the thing.
20
I'm gonna do
20
the
Orlando
statement
Magic
that
games.
whoever said it. I don't think he was watching many Orlando games because everything you're saying is just untrue. They were not respecting Wendell Carter.
Damn,
They weren't.
Mars, that circles
Wendell's
back to
out there,
only
let's
shit
give
with
him a
Shield on
closeout.
ball.
No, they
That's not
weren't.
what I said. I
Tristan
said,
Da Silva was not being treated like a shooter. The only guys on that team who would get treated like threats was Paolo, Franz when he has the ball in his hands, Jalen Suggs, and then Caleb Houston. Everyone else got
JCP
ignored. Maybe
wasn't
Cole
guarded.
Anthony. Everyone else got
JCP
ignored.
wasn't guarded.
Everyone else got it. Goga ignored.
JCP was
Wendell
ignored.
ignored. Jonathan Isaac ignored. Anthony Black ignored. Who else was on their roster? Corey Joseph ignored. KCP came into the season with respect, and then lost that respect by the time we got to the new year. So KCP ignored.
Jed
Everyone
Howard?
was getting ignored. That team
Okay.
couldn't shoot. The team couldn't shoot.
Mars, you do this thing sometimes where you take something as an absolute when it is a comparative and a relative
I'm
statement.
absolutely telling you they got ignored. I'm absolutely telling you they got ignored.
Yo,
Absolutely.
Wendell Carter had a good season.
we gotta move on to these super chats.
I'm telling you that with absolute certainty.
MP13 said, "Why do people say, quote unquote, taking that team like the team was trash? You are gassing Hallie's portion of influence on that team. It's tragic." Who was gassing Hallie today?
When Penn said Hallie getting the Pacers to the finals was equivalent to 07 Bron.
You said that?
Damn. I missed that one.
I mean, I agree, but
you guys just don't listen, I guess.
I gotta lock in. Luke Kenyon 134 said Triple J being a bad rebounder is a disgrace. He has all the physical gifts but lacks the mentality.
I don't think he has all the physical gifts to be a great rebounder.
He's not very athletic.
He doesn't have the greatest second jump. His center of gravity is ridiculous. He can knocked off balance all the time when he's boxing out other bigs. I don't think he has the physical gifts to be a great rebounder. No, he's the worst rebounder than he should be.
Too.
You know what the worst
he can
part
be a
is?
little bit more coordinated too.
Yeah, he's very uncoordinated with his hands, just position. Like he doesn't have all the physical gifts to be a great rebounder. He has the gifts to be a better rebounder than he is. Absolutely. But he doesn't have the physical gifts to be a great rebounder. He's never going to be a great rebounder. He wasn't a great rebounder in college. He's never going to.
He wasn't that good of a player in college too, but you know.
Someone is going to take that Halliburton and LeBron thing and saying that I said that Halliburton was better than LeBron. No, I'm saying like if I'm at the start of the playoffs, I look at that Cleveland 07 team and I look at that Pacers 25 team. Which of these teams is more likely to make the finals? I got to give some credit to the best player for getting them there. I think that 07 LeBron team was way more likely to make the finals. That's all I'm saying.
Hunter TV said MPJ is also about to see very different defensive coverages in Brooklyn, and his limited skill set will be shown far more than being the third or fourth option.
What type of coverages do you think they're gonna give him? Like, do you think he's gonna get blitzed? Like,
I just think more ball pressure. That's what
it's gonna be more. I feel like everybody just thinks the absolute is, but just because you're a number one option, we're gonna blitz you. Like, no, not necessarily.
He's not gonna give him a chance to blitz him. He gonna take 3 dribbles max
and shoot that
bitch. And it's gonna be a step back too. After
and he's not the only scorer on the team. You got Cam Thomas over there. Like he's not the only guy on the team that's going to have the ball the whole time.
Maybe you got Cam Thomas.
Chris Bosh as well.
Why not? Why maybe?
Hey Ron, stop with the Chris Bosh shit already, Ron. Enough with the Chris Bosh shit.
Why maybe?
I'll leave it alone.
They offered him 2 years, 28.
That's a low ball for Cam, but that must be his market though.
That is his market. Ain't no one paying him more than that.
He better secure some money, man.
Yeah, he could always play out that contract.
I want Josh Giddey, Cam Johnson, and Jonathan Kuminga to team up on the Seattle Supersonics and
Supersonics.
Hey, it is a Seattle Superhawks pro-am team out here, by the way.
Oh, shout out to the pro-am. My homeboy just dropped 50 and 20 rebounds in the pro-am.
Damn, who he play for?
The next NXPL, No Excuses Pro League.
Okay. No, I'm saying like overseas, who we play for?
Oh, Hapo.
Oh, well. I'm not shocked now. Hey, but shout out to him. And shout out to
50 and 20.
Shout out to the boy Mott.
Yep.
SMN R&DM said Mobley K, D Mitch Cat, Hallie Brunson, and I can think more. All deserve to be higher than AD. Even Paulo, for the games they played, he was better. Mars, you agree?
No, just if we're going off games played, why not?
Hold on, right quick, Mars. Where would you? I gotta know where you would have AD at on this list.
My top 5 would be Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Tatum, Luka. 6 would be Wemby. 7 would be KD, Steph, and Bron would be the next 3. So what's that? That's 7, 8, 9.
So Wemby can miss the playoffs and miss half the season, and he's
7, 8, 9. Yes. 7, 8, 9. That would be them.
KD.
And then 10.
Donovan Mitchell?
Did I say everyone? Did I not say
you didn't say
Anthony Edwards?
KD.
No, I said Jokic, Giannis.
You said
Jokic,
KD,
SGA. Yeah, Jokic, SGA,
Ant.
Giannis,
It was Ant.
Tatum, Luka, Steph, Bron, KD, Ant would be my next 4.
Steph, Bron,
and then AD can go next. That would probably be
So
where I would
he had
go.
11.
Sure, if that's where he is, that would probably be where I would go.
Yo, in my preseason rankings, I think I was the only person who had Wemby top 7, and y'all thought I was crazy last year. I said he was the 7th best player in the league, and even I will say there's no way in hell he can miss all those games, miss the playoffs, and be top 7. That's crazy to me.
Well, I mean, technically he's 13, but
yeah. It gets to a point where I just don't care about missing games.
That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just the disconnect.
But remember, just because Mars don't care about it doesn't mean everybody.
Yeah, like, there's no right answer. I'm not saying it's just. I'd rather just have the best players, as opposed to having the guys who play 20 more games.
Well, shit.
And then we end up
Embiid
with
up there then.
Real talk.
No, he didn't play well. Joel Embiid didn't play like a top 10.
As you were saying, Ron.
So that's the disconnect.
As you were saying, Ron.
MP13 said, "Is Cam Johnson just trash to you, Jordan, or does he think he's just not going to get the opportunity to show his skills?"
Sometimes people, it's hard of hearing. Never said he was trash, but I will say, why do y'all think just because you have the skills, you gonna be able to show them on a certain team? That's the thing. Like, everybody think, oh, showcase your skills. I know you guys were shitty. Y'all be shitty parents when it comes down to basketball, because your son will be trash as hell, and then you gonna be out there telling the coach, he don't know what you doing. My son can shoot, he can dribble, he can rebound, he can do all that, and your son can't play better than half the people on the team because he don't know how to play a role.
It really depends on how high they are on him. They did trade a very valuable 2032 pick that's going to be very valuable in a few years. They did trade that to get him, and they traded a pretty good player and a player who has a really long legacy with that franchise and want to ring with that franchise to get him. But I wonder, did they trade for him because they think he's that much better, or did they trade for him because he's that much cheaper?
That's much cheaper. You know, because
I don't know about that.
Because no, you should know, because it's like what I said earlier about him being 20 a game, damn near. Do you know how hard it is to replace that?
It's not that hard.
And get better than that? Like, that's very hard to replace.
20 points on high efficiency is hard to replace. I agree with you.
Extremely hard.
20 points alone, there's like 200 players in the league that could average 20 points if you give them enough looks.
As a third option, it's not very many players in the league who do that efficiently. Not very many players.
That's fair.
All right, fellas, we got to move on to the next super chat from SMN RNDM yet again. SMN said, "Last thing, records, wins, all these stats matter when comparing two players of the same caliber. Scotty Barnes is not. I repeat, Scotty Barnes is not. I repeat,
Ron,
Scotty Barnes is
Oh,
not
good.
in the same league as Paulo."
Crash out.
I mean, he literally is in the same league, but cool.
Chill about to crash
You know
out.
what? Hold these moments for next year. Y'all have a bookmarks folder. Create a
same shit
bookmarks
with us last
folder.
year, Penn. You said the same thing with us last year when I told you
did
before
say
the
that.
season started
You did
that I was
say
going to
that.
start watching.
You
I
did
told
say
you that I was going to start
And you watched
watching.
2 games and you were out.
No, I didn't. I watched I watched a bunch of Toronto games this year, and I wasn't particularly impressed. I just wasn't. I ain't saying that he was whack. I just wasn't as impressed as you hyped him up to be. That's all.
And
That's all it
honestly,
was.
I'll agree with you. I don't think he played that well this year. I think he played well enough to be respected on this list. I don't think he played like a top 20 player. That's what I came in thinking he was going to be. But you know what? He takes these jumps in 2-year intervals, and I will say this at the draft.
Oh, man. Pig, you got it, man. Pig. Pig is a great salesman, man.
On this list, he's 52, so it doesn't look like he played like a top 50 player. But we'll just have to see on Thursday when we get
Hold
back
on,
to
Ron. I got a
it.
question. Pin,
What's up?
next year, is Scotty Barnes the first team, second team, or third team All-NBA?
13.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. We'll see.
All right, y'all. We got another super chat from Med Ved.
Wait a minute. What was that one that you just had up there, Ron?
Chill. Oof.
That was DSG Piccolo. He said was their top 10 player on that 98-99 on that Knicks team. No, there was not. You're right. There was not a top 10 player on that 98-99.
Respect
team.
Latrell Sprewell. Come on.
Latrell Sprewell was not a top 10 player.
I know.
No, he
But-
wasn't. So you're right.
But he was
That's
to
correct.
me. He was in my heart. So that's all that matters to me.
Shout out DSG and shout out Latrell Sprewell
Yeah.
and all the Knicks fans from 99.
No, he was not.
And shout out
I
PJ
didn't remember
Carlos.
that. I forgot. Mhm.
Medved said MPJ has no lateral movement, uses a brace in games to prevent foot drop. Cam is an upgrade, can actually play make in addition to being a solid shooter.
Like, what's wrong with these people, Jordan? Like, he's got no lateral movement. What are you talking about?
Bro, why do y'all
He's a
be
better
talking
rim
about
protector.
somebody can play make? Like, if they not gonna do it the whole game, bro, that shit be killing me. Like, y'all bring up my new points.
Talking about
He can slide his feet
no lateral
at the free
movement.
throw line better than somebody else. And it's like, bro, it's 48 minutes of basketball. 48 minutes. You're not getting rid of Michael Porter Jr. because he can't play make. I promise you they didn't do that. They didn't say, he can't play make. We got to get rid of him. When Jokic getting all the stolen assists, all the fake-ass stats that we got to give for Jokic, and you mean to tell me you're going to get somebody else in there to steal some of Jokic stats? You out your damn mind. That ain't why they getting rid of MPJ, bro. Stop that shit, man.
Yo, when if you ever find yourself on the same side of an argument as Kendrick Perkins, you have gone too far. Okay, you're not sitting here telling me Jokic is a stat pattern.
Hey man, one day Kendrick Perkins might be up here to dispel all narratives. So you guys, you guys,
please, Lord, get me on that show.
All right,
KP, cool.
I'll talk to the powers that be and see if we could get you and Kendrick in the same room. But in the meantime, my man SMN R&DM said, I appreciate the assist, Ron. Didn't have to add that many characters to put that shit on repeat. I got you, SMN. Jason Boyd said, been a minute since I caught a live show. Much love, fellas.
Yep.
Salute to you, Jason. All right, y'all. We got a couple new members. Will John Wick became a member. Trayvon 444 became a member. Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn 8497 became a member. Deem the Dream said Brunson is the sole shot creator for New York, not a chucker. I think that's what he meant to say with that last word.
Not a chuck, it could have been all kind of stuff.
Karl Anthony Towns can't create shots. Mikal Bridges can't create shots. Deuce McBride can't create shots. Okay, got you. My bad.
All right, y'all. The next super chat I got is from, JF791 became a YouTube member. Joseph Washington became a YouTube member, and Blotter Downey became a YouTube member as well. All right, fellas, it has been a good show. It has been real. Before we get up out of here, make sure you become a member. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you set your calendars for everything we got set this week. And also, big ups to our Hall of Famers: Vale, Dorian Clayton, Kingster, Teddy Hart, Trevi, Cheese, Joe Breezy, Minor, Rob Deere, Worldwide Mace Television, and Multi Kitty. Salute
Ron,
to
I
all
would really
of
love it. I would really love it at some point throughout the course of this offseason if we could have a real conversation about Steph Curry and Magic Johnson. I would love to do that.
Well, chill. I mean,
I would love to do
tomorrow
that.
is only 24 hours away. Well,
I'm just saying, I'd love to sit down with you guys and have a real conversation about Steph Curry and Magic Johnson.
Joe, what was special about this episode that you did not clock out at 3:00 or 2:00?
There was nothing really specifically special. I don't want to make it seem like I'm big. I'm usually here till 3:00. I'm usually here for the 3 hours, but I don't want to make it look like I'm big time, y'all. That's all.
But you are big time. Give it.
Before we get out of here,
gracing us with an extra 20.
I need one of your remedies because Ox got some remedies all the time. How do I get over a cold in 24 hours?
I'm glad you brought. Hey,
I can't put that on the internet, Jordan. I'm gonna text you.
Ginger and honey. Ginger, honey, into is it turmeric? Yeah, put that shit in.
All I need is a little bit of. Oh, what you got? All right, y'all.
I thought you was coming back with a recipe or something. You come back checking up the deuces. What the heck?
I actually do have a.
Damn!
Yeah, yes,
you got books.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig in here and I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out something for you and I'll text it to you, my dude.
I gotta get better. I can't miss the gym. I gotta get. I'm in there. I can't miss the gym.
I got you covered, brother.
Jordan, I seen that Hezzy pool.
Yeah,
I got the best Hezzy pool in the world, bro. I don't know what people.
Jordan, I'm sitting on that. I'm sitting on that, Jordan. That's not.
You sitting on what?
That left. That's not happening.
You know what's so crazy?
You ain't going right, Jordan. I know
you know what? I gotta beat the allegations. Video coming soon. You and Mars, boy, y'all got video coming soon. You sit on my left. I got a hard crossover to my right. Going crazy with the right. I'm showing you though. I'll show you though. But
We'll
look,
see.
though, that hezzy pull so special because I'm so fast going left. You gotta respect me. So you back up, I'm cashing out.
No, but see, Jordan, that's the problem. I'm watching it like people. You can't back up when Jordan go left. You got to step over. Don't step.
You
back,
got
step
to.
over.
You got to. But then it's
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Hey, Jordan, the thing about it is, I'm gonna press up on you and let you go around me because I recover like Kawhi, nigga. All right, just remember that.
Yeah, but
y'all,
you
better watch
don't
out.
recover like Scotty Barnes, though.
Dion from Ohio coming to cook everybody. So
Oh,
y'all better
please
watch
don't get me
out.
started on that shit. That was
All right.
crazy.
All right, buddy, I'm cooking buddy ass.
LeBron
too, by the way.
top 4
buddy,
player.
I'm cooking the shit
Oh
out
my
you.
God.
I'm
Yo.
cutting my. I don't even
Y'all
need to
let
cook all
that
the way. I
happen?
just put on my rice cooker for buddy. I just a little bit of rice cooker on there. Hey, I'm cooking the shit out, buddy. Telling you.
Top 15
Buddy Hill.
defender. Top 15 defender. Y'all let that shit
Buddy
go
Love?
yesterday? Top 15
No, one
defender?
buddy.
Oh, buddy in the chat.
Yeah, one buddy cooking buddy ass.
Well,
I'm
here's the
talking
thing
about
is-
boy.
I
Left
wish
to
we
right.
could see. I wish we could see this, but Buddy could never pull up the PC weekend because
Because of chill.
because